Hello everyone and welcome back to ForcedGamersDnD, where me and a bunch of friends and other DMs play Dungeons and Dragons. As you all probably know by now, after 1.5 years, we named ourselves after the Game Force in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, our very own local game store in support during Corona period. Luckily, we can run events now for a while. And we do one-shot evenings every Thursday night. This Thursday, our very own Pip, our very own orc and elven friend, will be. You're pointing the wrong way on my screen, Emily.
Yeah, on your screen. On stream, I didn't.
Oh, really? Okay, great. We'll be running a game and still has some spots left. So make sure to check out our socials. Check out the link in the YouTube description and stuff as well to find the reservations for the seating. Because reservation, while not mandatory, is encouraged because you will claim a spot at your favorite DM's table. We do still allow walk-ins, but that doesn't guarantee a spot at your DM's table of choosing. No new Magic set releases in this week. Battle for Baldur's Gate just released last Friday, which is a Dungeons and Dragons set. I played the pre-release for it. It was amazing.
The release event was very cool.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's start tonight's episode with a little recap. So a little while back, our little group of friends and adventurers came to Arcona, a big desert city, middle of the desert, with a big-ass obsidian tower smack dab in the middle of it, where they quite quickly got a little bit of renown for themselves after joining the House of Dragons, capturing and executing the owners of the White Cake, Valentina and Orleana, a very public display after they threatened to start a turf war in the city. They also started to uncover a little bit of a ruse of a complot in the Obsidian Tower, where a couple of the scholar members of the tower have been kidnapping children, or at least luring them out of the slums to experiment on them, in the same way that years and years and years ago they did with Zilmoira and her parents. Conflict quickly arose, and the party decided to lay low for a little bit and go southward to the Tirana Canyon, where the Emerald Dragon Egg, Mitrov's Guild, the House of Scorpions, uncovered, deciding to explore Ahanis the Dreamer's long abandoned lair. And arriving, they had a little bit of a scuffle with the crew members there who were kind of excavating the entire lair. Moira killed a guy, but after a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of a scuffle, they were allowed inside and explored the lair. They found a few interesting things. They found the resting place of the egg. They found a creepy doll with a porcelain face that didn't like to be touched. And they fought a trial against a stone golem, allowing them into the secret sanctum of Ahanis the Dreamer herself, where they found a couple of interesting drawings of locations with different types of gems and portraits of 7 individuals, among them 2 they recognized, being Valentina and Captain Horatio. When leaving the lair, the group encountered another group who had been following them for the seemingly past few days. Among them, their leader, Coil, who talked about power and slowing the group down, insinuating that they had massacred the crew and were blaming it on the group. They fought till Moira almost died. Akira was close to going down as well. it was a tough fight, but they managed to come out victorious, capture Coil and George. Coil being the UNT leader, George his not so very smart orcish friend. They went outside, and Akira and Quake climbed up the canyon wall to find the bloodbath that the other group had caused. Corpses littering the ground, coagulating blood seeping into the sands. Elephants nowhere to be found. And that is where we left off. So, Akira, Quake, you're up top. You see the massacre before you. Bodies strewn about. What do you do?
Oh
They
crap.
really did it. They
well-
massacred everybody.
Yeah, we were warned. Shit. Do they have anything recognizable on them? The mark of their like guild or something?
The bodies, you mean?
Yeah.
Like mark of the House of Scorpions, or what
Yeah,
are you
do
looking
they,
for?
do they have like an insignia to show where they're from?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Ooh.
21.
21. Looking around, checking the bodies one by one. Most of them are wearing the scorpion insignia on their chest, yes. Not all of them, but most of them. And with a 21, which is a pretty good roll, you quickly move through the bodies, counting them up, looking at their faces. You're missing 3. You're missing the Overseer. You missed the guy Zilmoira gutted. And you're missing the guy that you beat up on the edge of the cliffside and almost threw down.
Oh. Who was up here with me? Akira, right?
Kira is up there with you, yes.
I think we're missing a couple. I don't think they've killed everyone.
Some escaped.
What are you
One was
seeing up
already-
there?
Hold on, let me try something, and I'll try to
You're,
yell.
you're about 150,
Oh.
200
Yeah.
feet down. They
Do you-
probably don't hear you.
Do you want to? I can yell, try to see if they hear us. Maybe they've hidden when the massacre started.
Maybe. You could.
You want to try?
Sure, if I can
I'll
remember
yell
the
down
names.
first to Zilmoira. We're missing a couple. You know the Overseer and the guy you hacked up? They're not between the bodies.
Can I
What-
roll
wait,
if
what
I hear
buddy?
them?
Oh, that's not good.
Roll a perception check.
I'm yelling down. I'm trying
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
Yeah.
make sure.
And you're yelling into a canyon. There is an echo.
17.
17. You hear Quake shouting. You have to register it for a moment before you can really make out what he is yelling. But you can make out at least that they're missing a couple. You're not entirely sure who is missing up there.
Okay. What? Missing? How did I know that there's people missing?
I'll try to yell real loud. Hello! Just around us.
Yeah, anybody here?
It's safe!
Well,
The other 3 of you are standing with Coil and George down in the canyon. You hear screaming coming from up top.
What are they doing?
what? Do I hear
You're like,
that it's
hello,
a
hello,
Okay.
hello.
Okay, so I don't hear them just and then think, oh no,
No,
something.
no.
Okay,
No,
good.
it's not a
good.
death cry.
F gurgles.
Eyeing the treasure a little bit. Is there just coins?
Just eyeing it. Most of them, they were starting to like close up and get ready for transport. Like the few open chests you do see that are still near the crane after they've been towed up. are coin loaded. Yes. You don't in a quick
No,
glance.
any-
You don't see any like outstanding
No
like
items
magical
sticking out
things.
or. Okay.
You get a feeling that like probably when they raided the place,
They took all
they
the
went
items.
for the items first, coin
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But no one's responding to my yell. Okay.
You don't hear a callback.
Maybe there was treasure among them. Quake.
Maybe
What do
the
you
treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Because, you know,
Deep sigh,
What do you want to go look for the people missing?
rock slide, corpse
let's first
slide.
get our friends up.
Those are more believable witnesses.
I know, but I think we could use the help.
Looking at the crane to go up and down,
Mhm.
is it at all possible for me and Akira to try and lift it up? Or is that way too heavy?
Make a.
We did it last time. If I remember correctly, we couldn't because it normally was
Yeah,
pulled up by elephants.
they're pretty big.
So
like,
maybe if we grab all the camels we have.
like the platform is
Yeah, but
like
we-
15 by 15 feet, entirely made of sturdy oaken wood.
so
It
the-
looks quite heavy.
So we or need to get all the camels. Maybe that's enough.
And get all the treasure off. Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
Well, the treasure was already off. right?
Treasure is already
Ah.
offloaded.
There's also an automatron.
Can you make an investigation check?
Who?
You or Akira, one of the two.
Quake can make it, I'll help him.
Ooh, advantage. That doesn't really help.
Mm.
11.
Looking around real quick, you do see that a little bit further away, just a couple of feet, there is a very small one-person platform that can be towed down.
Oh.
Basically, a way for like the overseer to quickly go up and down. It's a very small platform. It has
Yeah.
like a small railing around it. It is really one person. But
I'll
Is
shout.
it big enough to fit the general?
it's not big enough to fit the general.
Oh.
It also does not fit the orc down there.
Also, realistically, probably also
Oh.
Cork.
Realistically, yeah, probably.
That's like half the group down there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
At least we can get Zill up and the old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shout down. There's a small elevator here. Is it up or is it down? The small one.
It's currently up.
I'll try. I'll start to like lower it.
Yeah,
If I
I'll
can.
help.
Okay.
It,
I'll,
it takes a little bit. Like the crank is quite a sturdy one. It's a little bit heavy on you still. Takes you a minute or two to get it down. You down in the canyon see this small platform coming down.
Oh, that's nifty.
I also like imagine it like being very like creaky and like
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It kind of shifts along the wall a little bit as well as a wind gust passes by.
Right. So ladies first.
Sure. Hey, should we does it look sturdy enough that if we tie like the orc or the other one underneath
Do you
that it
still
would
want
be
to hang them on the bottom?
sturdy enough to get them up?
Roll an insight check.
You just want to hang them on. Alright. I like it.
No, not hang him.
Oh.
Insight.
Yeah.
8.
I'll hang them on his feet.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we can try. I'll go up first, and then say my plan to Cork. I said like, yeah, I'll go up if you tie him underneath this this thing, or maybe let the general climb up and carry them, but we can tie them like underneath, and it can drag them up, and we'll have 3 people above to keep an eye on them.
It might work. Who knows?
Can we
Sure.
like bonk him unconscious?
I think we can, right?
Eh.
Do non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal damage. It's like Professor Evil from
So I step
Right.
in the thing and I'll go up.
Do you
Sorry.
tie up the orc underneath the basket?
I think we'll need to do that on an empty cart.
Sure. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
So he
Alright.
doesn't fit in it, but he'll fit underneath it, and we'll at
Alright.
least can get him up that way.
Takes you a couple of minutes to get back up as well, but eventually you do crest the cliffside,
You see the
and
massacre.
you are treated to the same view Akira and Quake saw a few minutes ago, and are still seeing.
Holy-
Yep.
What happened here?
Well,
I
The
thought that
massacre
I
they
did it
promised.
bad.
well, what I was saying earlier, there are a couple people missing. The overseer from earlier and the guy you messed up.
Oh yeah, the
They're
dead
not-
guy.
they're
I
not-
mean, I really messed himself up. Let's be real here.
Yeah, but they're not here.
They said that they sent someone back, right?
I don't think he's hauling three prisoners with him.
No, but maybe they went to follow him or something. Well, at least the dead guy was dead because I think I killed him, but...
I yelled, but no one responded. I don't
Mm.
think they're.
Well, a dead guy can't shout, so.
No, but the overseer is also missing.
We can have a look around in a bit. We can send the cart down, and they'll tie the prisoners underneath, so that we can hoist them up. Because I don't think they'll fit in the basket.
All right.
Just for
If
my...
you can fit. Can I roll insight on that? See if I've looked at it as well.
Sure.
This is a whole adventure on its own, getting people up the cliff.
Insight is plus.
Last time you tried to went down and people almost died.
People
Yeah.
died, I think.
Only because they shot at me.
17.
17. You're fairly certain it should be sturdy enough to get the orc up.
It
Probably
looks-
you're probably gonna need 2 people to crank it. But you can probably get him up.
That's what you...
I'll probably could crank it. Yeah, I think it should do the trick. Bind them underneath it. It looks pretty sturdy. The basket.
Okay.
Just for my like visual aid, who's down in the canyon?
You
again?
are, and the old man is.
You,
And the general with the 2 prisoners.
Oh, yeah, I came to save him, I remember now.
The only people who are up top is me, Zilmoira, and Akira.
Right.
So it's 3 down, 3 up,
Yeah.
because I counted the
Like-
general as
like-
1.
30 corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, that's just... But I kind of want to talk to Cole real quick.
Oh, Coil, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I assume that he is like somewhat conscious.
Barely.
Barely.
Like barely.
Yeah, like 1 hit point.
at 1 hit point, barely.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I kind of want to intimidate him, and I just kind of lean over to his like ear hole. I don't know what snakes have.
Yeah, roll.
Snakes
Sure.
don't have ears, right? So
Sure. Sure.
and I whisper to him like, "You're just gonna, make sure that you'll just tell the truth, right? Because I know that like a regular body can lose about 2 gallons of blood, and I know how to subtract that. So it's gonna be a long ride." And I just give him a
Right.
pat on the head.
Make an intimidation check.
I guess you sure you're gonna do it, dear Sonny.
Yeah, so that's 24.
Nice. All right. You're not sure what his response is because his mouth is gagged.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
But
And
you
then,
see,
like,
you just see like a slight glimmer in his eye that says, "I'm gonna be nice for the ride over." At least.
that's what I was hoping. And I kind of, as soon as I see the card like coming back down, I kind of step away from him. So.
Right. So who's going up next?
Time up!
I'd say the orc, right? Probably.
While Zilmoira and Akira are pulling, can I start to like make a perimeter around the area we are to try and see if I can fight the overseer?
Sure.
Or see any like tracks or whatever?
Sure. Roll a survival check.
Survival, oh boy.
And can I get a strength check from Akira and Zil to hoist up the orc?
Strength as in athletics
Ooh.
or just regular strength?
Regular strength.
13. Can I rage?
Sure. However, rage stops the moment you stop taking damage or doing hits. So you're
Slap
gonna
yourself
have
in
to
the face.
find something to keep
then,
raging.
then I'll go with 13.
24.
All right. Gonna take you a little bit while Quake is doing a perimeter check, but eventually you do get the orc up.
I rolled a
You kind of
19.
have to hoist him over the side as well because he's like dangling underneath the basket, so you have to like hoist him up the last couple of feet. He looks a little bit bruised and battered. Like the guys who are standing down are looking up and they see him like bounce off the rock face every time it kind of hits like a nick. You hear like grunting and noises coming from down below, like, "Ah, please stop, that hurts."
Should have thought about that before you decided to cross us.
What was your survival check, Quake?
19.
Doing a perimeter check, you do find 2 pair of camel tracks, or at least hoofed tracks. You're kind of sure they're camel. And leading northward. You also find 2 pairs of elephant tracks, just like trampling pieces of the ground. You see like 2 or 3 bodies that have been squished by the elephants as well. And they are scattering just somewhere, and you're not sure where.
Wait, and multiple camel tracks?
Yes.
2.
Two tracks.
Maybe they're trying to catch the elephants?
No, the camel tracks and the elephant tracks are going different direction.
Different direction.
Yes, the camel tracks are going straight north.
That's back
Elephant
towards the
track-
city, right?
Yes. The elephant tracks are just going into nowhere, basically.
Doing any normal footprints?
Um,
Human ones?
From here, no. But you see that the camel tracks are leading back to where the bodies are scattered. You're like tracking it, and you see that the camel tracks come from the western direction, where you're pretty sure you stored your camels.
Oh.
Well, that's fucked.
Okay. That's not
Alright.
so good.
I
You
guess
follow the
I'll-
tracks?
No, I'll wait for the party first.
Right. Platform is going down again. Who's going up next?
Bad guy, I think.
Coil.
You want the
Coil doesn't need to be tied up. He can just be put on the platform. He's small enough.
Well,
While
please
being
tie him
tied
up.
Yeah.
I mean, he is tied up.
Yeah, okay, he's...
Can we put Hakan on under the thing? Like the orc, but like not unconscious.
Not unconscious, okay?
I'm not sure if
I mean,
Hakan
so we get,
wants
like,
to do that or if he just wishes for the next trip.
I don't think Hakan really cares. You can just... He's probably just like, just standing there, just kind of vibing.
Right. So the general puts the Yuan-Ti on the platform. You start hoisting again. Can I get another strength check from you two?
Yes.
20.
Wait.
Oh, 21, sorry.
You know what?
think
I'm
I
gonna follow the
pressed-
tracks just a
Uh,
little bit,
21.
because they're gonna be
All
busy
right.
with the hoisting.
So you start noticing as Coil is being hoisted up, he is trying to shift the platform. He's like swinging back and forth, but you manage to keep speed up high enough that he can't like crash the cart into the cliffside or whatever.
Good.
A moment later, you hoist him up as well.
Okay. I sit down on top of him. You pipe down.
I'd be able to reach while sitting.
Guard is being lowered again for Hakan. Not sure what the general is going to do, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah.
As Quake, you follow the tracks
Yeah.
to where to the cave entrance, like the small. It's not really a big cave. It was like big enough for you to store
Yeah.
your camels, and that's it. You pushed a big boulder in front of it. It is cracked and split open.
Oh no, Jesus.
Okay. Inside, I'm afraid to look, but
When you look inside, out of the 5 camels you had with you, you see 3 camels
Dead.
cut up, lying on the cavern floor.
No!
Rip my camels.
You're missing 2 camels.
I'm glad I
Alright.
didn't bring
Can
the.
then those camels tracks went north, so they
Yes.
probably stole one of our camels. And
I think 2.
Yeah.
I think they took both of the camels.
but why take 2? There was only one, guys, right? Or
Maybe
Maybe
they
there
took
were more?
he took something with him.
Yeah, I mean I can't tell you in character.
yeah,
at the
maybe
moment,
maybe he took some treasure. Okay,
No,
whatever.
or someone
or more
3 people
once, yeah.
that are
Yeah, but
missing.
why would he want to bring a witness? Because if
Inside
they
job.
want to frame us,
Yeah. They took the ones that I bloated and I killed.
no, they
Yes.
they weren't dead.
Yes, the one person I did kill.
Yeah, one, but you didn't kill the overseer. And the
No,
other
but I bloated him.
dude
So
either.
and then, so he's gonna
Like us.
not really like us. He didn't like us either
No.
way.
But we didn't kill everyone else.
True,
Yeah,
but
we
he
were
took the
fighting.
ones that we specifically attacked.
Yeah,
That-
still though.
Yeah,
the
attack
moment
is kind of a
we-
big word, right?
the moment we show up, it's it's
But that's
Yeah.
why we need to take the snake and the other guy.
yeah.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
Hakan going up.
Oh yeah, roll a strength. I rolled a 20 on my strength check.
I just
Yeah,
kind of pulled
for,
some rations
for,
out of
for
my
Hakan, you don't need to roll strength. For Coil, you had to roll strength because he was resisting to come.
Ah,
And the orc because he was fucking heavy.
yeah, okay.
I can't just casually eating something out of his from his rations.
Just standing there, staring on the elevator, listening to music.
Yeah, cue elevator
Right.
music. Dude.
And then it was just orc and the general down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
you-
too big to step on the platform.
Just like real life. Now,
Well, he climbed down. He can climb up.
I don't have any spell slots. So
The last time he used Spider Walk.
Yeah.
But can the automaton not carry him and climb up?
I guess he could, but can you guys just use the big elevator?
No.
15 by
for us.
15 feet? That's a bit too big.
With
We-
like 4 people, might be able to do it.
It's just us two and a
4
half.
people isn't still
Oh.
stronger than 2 elephants.
That's 4 people.
Yeah.
Because Hakan's not also.
I guess I'll have to climb. And I start climbing.
All right.
No, the general carries me and he starts climbing.
Yeah.
Then what about the orc?
The orc is
up.
already up.
Oh, the orc is already up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
you
and
tied
he
it.
wants
They
me as
tied
well.
him underneath
Oh.
the basket.
Okay, never mind. At my... Yep, continue.
But you can let like the platform down and use it as like a grappling.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
So lower DC, but still an athletics check from the general.
Fair. That's a natural 20.
Yay!
Doesn't matter what the DC was. Um,
20.
it takes him a little bit to get you up the full 152 feet. But a couple minutes later, you're up top. This is the second time the general just climbed you up a cliffside, basically, within the time frame of about an hour or so. And you're all out topside.
Whoa. What the
Corpses
hell
strewn
happened here?
around.
Question. How long did it take for... Oh no, never mind, because we had the fight after we did the... we remade the general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was after the fight that the general fell, but never mind, because otherwise I would have had a short rest, but I didn't.
Yeah,
Oh, we haven't had a short rest yet.
no. Cor kind of just looks around and goes, well, that's not very nice.
Maybe at this point I come back to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
I'm like, they got our camels. They killed 3
Oh.
of them and took
Oh,
the other 2.
no.
Yep.
So
Ah,
we'll
that
have to
means
search
that
for
they-
the elephants.
And they took they released the elephants, and that means that the 3 people who were missing, they probably took them.
I have tracks. The elephant tracks go in random directions, and 2 camel tracks, probably the ones they stole from us, are going north, back towards the city.
Then I think
Who
we
even
should,
steals camels?
to get there quicker, because now we need to walk.
They're just ordinary camel thieves. That's
gonna
what they
take
are.
a week.
You
Well,
hear Coil like snickering, like even though his mouth is like tight shut, you hear him like
I give him a smack on the back of the head.
on an attack roll.
No, not that hard. Just a slap. You know,
He's at 1 hit point.
I'm not gonna do damage.
Like
Just
a,
a
more like
like
a-
a shut up.
Like
Yeah.
a -1 slap. Okay.
It's one who's left. He
More,
used one hit
more
point.
big damage than anything else.
He glares at you.
Hakan,
Yes?
maybe
He
the
rips
birdie
through the
can
fight
search
again.
for our for the elephants. Maybe we could use them as a ride back.
I could. I'll send out my bird.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Roll
Yeah.
a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
Well,
Or
the
the bird.
bird.
The bird has to roll perception.
Yeah, I
That
wanna.
is 19.
Bird flies high overhead, and looking around, about a quarter mile eastward, you spot not a camel, an elephant. Bigger, way bigger than a camel. You do spot a singular elephant.
Could we
Alright.
all ride on one elephant?
If you can find a way to get on top of it, maybe
would it be
maybe
too
not all of you.
I will
Um,
drag the captives behind us.
Probably can make something like a little sitting.
Yeah, let's drag them for a week through the desert. Sure,
Yeah.
they'll survive.
Like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, like maybe Kira, Quake, Akan and Zil the four of them could easily ride the elephant together. With Kork on top of there, gonna be a tight fit. But the general and the two prisoners wouldn't be able to join.
Well, we can. Okay. So this is gonna get technical, but if we tie up the orc and the snake and put like ropes in between them that go over the elephant and let them hang on the sides.
Yeah.
And then we sit on top so that they're like,
Yeah.
you know, like saddlebags.
Yeah. Human saddlebags. Yeah. I like it.
Very cool. Great idea.
What about the general?
Yeah, that's
He
the
could,
only.
he could just walk.
Oh, he can walk. He
Yeah,
has
general
40
can
walk.
movement.
Elephants are not that quick, so it's just that we don't have to walk the entire time.
Yeah. And we can basically keep traveling.
Isn't there like you know, like in Aladdin, one of those...
A magic carpet.
No, one
Elephants
of those...
also have 40 feet of movement. They're
okay.
big, so they take big steps.
Do they have like those baskets that you can sit in? Or like in the Lord of the Rings, the giant elephants that have like the thingies on top that you can sit in?
A whole platform on
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
With chairs. Does that lay around? Because I guess that they also use the elephants to get the stuff back to the city once they...
They did, but the crew had to walk.
No.
Basically.
I think that's
You don't
called a
find
howdah.
you don't find any saddlebags or baskets or platforms to hoist it on
Also,
top
there's
of the
something to move the rest of the treasure back to the city.
There are the treasures, the crates with coin are on a platform with ropes attached to it,
Right.
ready to be hoisted back to the city.
So
Okay.
I can put the
So are we gonna bring the coin or the corpses?
Well,
Oh no, we'll leave the corpses here. Why? I'm not gonna bring corpses.
I
Yeah.
want them to have a good burial instead of just rolling in the desert.
to be fair, they'll probably just dry out.
I already have mates rolling in a swamp. I don't want more people to find that fave.
I think that because it's so hot in the desert... Okay, do I know this as a nature thing that because it's so hot in the desert, they'll probably dry out and be kind of preserved until they're buried, unless something else eats them?
Make a medicine check.
Medicine. +1.
Probably,
7!
probably-
Nope, I don't.
Evan, you're
or
not
anything
sure.
else.
Nope.
They're not decomposing yet, but
No.
they've probably only been dead for about an hour or two. Like parts of the blood haven't even coagulated fully. Sand is still moist, so
Maybe
Okay.
if we'll bring the treasure, we'll prove that we are on their side as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because we're not hiding it at all, just bringing it
Yeah,
in.
just bring it and give it to them.
Yeah.
That means that
We
we
did-
can't... To make
did
that
take some of their
trustworthy,
masks,
we
right?
cannot fill our own pockets.
And we did take some of their masks, right? From
Yeah.
We
Coil
did.
and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. We have more proof that they're Lily people.
Yes, but to make this trustworthy, we cannot fill our pockets to the brims. I mean, we took a bit, which could be legitimately our money, because they don't know how much we have, but we can't take, like, a bunch of platinum each, or fill our own pockets with a bunch of diamonds and that sort of thing.
But we just bring the crates that are here.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, but we
We'll
can't,
bring
we
that.
cannot also take money for ourselves, because if they then would search us, that would make us untrustworthy.
Right. So
How can they differentiate their money between our money? I mean, I have
Yeah.
my own coin pouch. How do they know what's
Volume.
mine?
Wait,
and
you guys don't write your name on every coin?
No, I mean, like, if I have like 300 gold, that is
Just-
like a decent amount of what we've been doing. If I
Yeah, but-
suddenly come back with 10,000 platinum pieces in
Yeah,
my
but
own
the
pockets,
thing is, they didn't know how much we had before and now after. So
true.
it's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna make
they don't know we're loaded.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not gonna fill my whole backpack with coin, but still,
I think
Yeah.
we
I
should.
just want to be
from the
careful
thing.
it's
with
gonna
that.
be their word against our word. That's it. We're just gonna have to trust. I'm afraid that the moment we show up there, they think, because to be fair, I have a decent penny, that I took some, even though I didn't.
I mean, what you're basically saying is that we have to hide it somewhere that they not gonna look.
At least my personal money. I'm
We could put it
trying.
all in the general's butt.
Yeah.
No, I mean, before we arrive at the city, I want to bury it somewhere in the desert and come back for it later.
Oh, that we could do
Because
that.
if they take all our money that we have on them, just because they don't trust us with what happened,
The
then I
only-
don't want to lose all my cash.
The only problem is that I think that they're gonna send, because they have a head start. They're gonna send someone back here to meet us, basically,
And that's then yeah, we'll just.
with full
So,
force.
I mean,
so,
we're bringing back treasure, so they
Yeah.
have to.
but
Yeah.
If
Let's
we-
just, guys, let's just promise this time, if people come to us, we don't fight and just go with them so we can talk.
Yes.
Agree.
Inside
Hey, let's-
all, at least.
Let's at least first get the elephant.
What?
I'll start making my way towards the elephant.
yes,
Sure.
okay. I will try and make the rope thingy for the bad guys that they're hung over the elephant.
There is enough rope and stuff.
I'll join in getting the elephants.
Yep.
Because I'm quite decent at animal handling myself.
Can I maybe? Could I try to make the platform be able to like be placed on the back of the elephant, so we have like a platform to sit on?
No, because the platform is to hoist the coin.
The platform
Oh.
is quite big.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about another platform. Never mind.
The platform they use to hoist up the crates from down below is about 15 by 15 feet. The like the sled that has been built to move the coin, it is built in such a way to go through sand easier. It's like on stilts a little bit, like a sand glider. It's about 40 feet long and 20 feet wide. It's quite big and probably too big for a single elephant to pull it.
Well, if it's fully full.
Or if it's full.
Okay, so
And
we
it is
don't-
quite full.
We don't. Then we need to take some stuff out of it.
Yeah. I rather.
You
we
could
had,
also put your prisoners and maybe yourself on it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I rather we take only like half the money and like the prisoners on sled.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well.
You could put the prisoners, tie them up to the thing
To the
on
sled.
top of the
Elephant.
money as well.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. Fair.
You just need bigger rope.
What do you mean on top of the money?
We
We'll tie
put
them on top of the money.
crates and tie it like underneath the what's it called? The platform.
No,
We wanna-
because there's
we
no
wanna-
platform. There's a sled that we're gonna
wanna-
And then you put the prisoners on top of the money and then.
You
them
want to
to
tie the
slab.
prisoners to the
sled.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that of course. That's what we were discussing.
So somebody said.
You wanted to hang them over the elephant,
Yeah,
right?
true. But after that, we already said like, yeah, we can put them in the sled as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to make sure the hands are bound, that they don't steal any.
Well, if as long as they're in the sled, who cares if they steal anything? As long as they
True.
get back, their pockets are gonna be empty.
True, true.
We just have to keep guard well at night and make sure that they don't escape.
Also.
Yeah.
Okay. So, get the elephant.
Yes.
Right. You walk through the desert for the quarter mile towards the elephant, going towards the direction I can't point at you. And you see the elephant standing there. It looks a little bit disoriented, agitated, and when you start approaching, you see it like
I'll do it
turn
slow.
to-
I'll do it slowly.
Yeah. But it notices you and it turns towards you,
I'll
and
grab
you can see
some-
the agitation in
I'll
its
grab
eyes.
some food out of my like a pack of rations. I'll
Make an
break pieces.
animal handling check.
I'll,
For
yeah. I'll break pieces off and throw it. Ooh, natural 20. 23.
nice.
Na 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 na.
23.
Nice job, everyone.
You very gently start pulling your rations out of your pack, crumbling up like pieces of bread, some dried fruit you have. You toss them a slight bit towards the elephant, not aggressively, of course.
Yeah, like just in
And
between us, so
you,
he comes
you see the
toward me.
elephant is kind of swinging its head, stomping its feet, moving forward slowly, and its trunk is like sniffing out what you just threw in the sands. Picks up some of the dried apples that you have with you, puts it in its mouth, walks a couple more feet towards you, puzzles
up
your
another-
face with its trunk.
I'll slowly like
Oh
pet
my
him.
god, he's friendly.
Fat elephant.
Does he have like a rope dangling off him to like, yeah? I don't know,
Yeah, there
lead
is
him?
like a rope harness attached to it that has been cut.
Okay, yeah, I'll like keep petting him with one hand and slowly go for it with my other. For the rope, and then try to lead him back.
You do see that the elephant has sustained like slight you see a couple of knife wounds on its legs and on its trunk.
I can't heal him. I have to bring him back first.
It's bleeding, like not deep cuts, not cuts to kill, but cuts to scare and try to
Oh
have
no,
it flee.
poor boy.
I'll keep petting it like on the way back. Like it's
But
okay.
with that natural 20, like I'm not gonna have you roll again to lead it or anything. It does follow. When you approach camp, it starts to get agitated a little bit again, so you lead it like slightly away from the corpses. But you have an elephant at your disposal.
Hell yes.
3 elephants, dope.
Put a cannon on it. Let's go.
A ballista.
Oh my god. Are we gonna Hannibal this shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just put a heavy crossbow on it.
So while they are getting the elephant, what is the rest of you doing?
Putting a bulk amount of the coin out of the sled because it's too heavy, and then putting the prisoners in and tying them to the thing.
Said we
Alright.
could take all the gold you just said.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No, it's too heavy. One elephant can't pull this thing.
You don't know unless we try.
That's what the DM just said. That it
Oh,
would be
I'm
too
sorry,
heavy for the elephants.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
So I'll make
Right.
it so that it looks like a reasonable amount for an elephant to pull.
Right. Load off like at least 2/3 of the coin.
Yeah.
Put on the prisoners. Put on the general. Bring the elephant back. Tie the rope to it. We can start
And-
going.
I want to tie them very tightly. I want to
Yeah.
make 100% sure that they don't come free.
All right.
Not
Yeah.
the neck, not the neck.
Make a
No. Not to suffocate them, but like, yeah.
All right. Can you make a survival check for me then?
Yes.
Tie him up even more.
17.
All right. Good to know.
They're basically now just in a cocoon of rope. There's no way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
Just their mouths are like free, just to breathe.
Quake, what is your passive perception?
My passive?
Yeah.
16.
You do notice while you're extra tying up Coil that part of the rope around his mouth is being dissolved by acid.
God damn it.
He's like salivating on it,
Venom.
trying to get through it.
Alright.
I,
I'll-
I still have the magical handcuffs, right?
The magical neck brace. Yeah.
I forgot about the
that
magical
doesn't-
handcuffs,
doesn't
honestly.
work. It's a racial thing.
Sorry, what?
It's a racial thing. It's not magical, right? Acid.
The acid salivation is a racial thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, right,
Oh,
so it wouldn't even
That,
work.
that wouldn't work.
Okay, never mind then.
How?
well, it's just
He has
he's
like he has
very, very
like this
close then.
very gross grin on his face while he's doing it and staring at you.
Oh, I do give the general like the command to make sure they don't leave the sled.
Doesn't the it's an acid, right?
Mhm.
I have some alchemical knowledge because of the mutagen stuff.
Otherwise, can I?
Does the pots make something that's a base to counteract the acid?
And otherwise, I
The
can just
al-
tie
al-
his
the
mouth
alchemy
shut.
jug, you mean?
Yeah, the alchemy vase.
And otherwise, I can just tie his mouth shut.
I mean,
His
vinegar
mouth
is
is
an acid,
already
right?
his
Yeah.
mouth is already tied
No,
shut. He's
but
just
I
There's
salivating.
so much
I
you
mean-
can do.
I mean, not horizontal but vertical, under his chin and
Oh,
over
that-
his head, to like make his jaw like snap shut and can't open his jaw anymore.
Yeah, we need some glue.
His jaw isn't open. Like his mouth is already like bound, and he's
Sure.
just from the corners of his mouth. You see like tiny drips of acid, like very slowly.
Can I turn him so he's face down,
Sure.
and then it drips down, and it doesn't drip on the rope?
Then it drifts all
That's
going.
also gonna be face down.
Yeah, I don't care.
But the alchemy jug, it makes
Yeah,
oil.
It does.
We can also well make the ropes at least around his face a bit oily.
Like lamp oil, or I don't really remember what oil.
Honey is acidic. Mayonnaise is acidic. Vinegar is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of these
Like
things.
like most of the things in the alchemy jug are acidic, except for
Oil.
oil and fresh and salt water.
Yes.
Wait, oil is a base.
Water-
Oil is pretty based.
Oil
yes.
is
Yeah.
base.
My
It's
God.
the most base thing in this jug.
Yeah.
I really did not pay enough attention during chemistry, really.
Is
Gonna
honey
be real with you.
acidic?
Honey is acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, anything I find delicious is acidic.
Yeah. Can I infuse the ropes with some sort of magic?
But I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
I'll like every so often I want to check on him if he's still like salivating or something, whatever he's dissolving. But I want to make sure he stays.
You have like
up.
your infusions.
Mm-hmm.
Let me quickly check. It would mean giving up
Weapon things.
one of the weapons.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's a thing. Why can't I find the infusions? At the end of the class description. All right.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Two words, 9 letters.
Takes long.
I mean, sure. I'll let you like use an enhanced defense or something
Yeah.
to turn the rope temporarily magical.
Right.
Oh, that
So
works. Yeah.
I'll defuse my heavy crossbow, so no longer auto repeats, and I infuse the ropes instead.
All right.
I also make sure that they give off a slight purple glow, so you can maybe catch him if he tries to sneak off in the night.
Ah, good idea.
Sure. Alright.
The moment we turn the rope like magical and it doesn't dissolve anymore, I grin back at him. As big as I can.
Na, 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 na.
You're so
His
proud.
his eyes, like, if a look could kill, you'd be dead now.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Hmm.
Nah, let's go.
Yes, because we are already like 2 hours behind, and we need to
Make haste.
go. Just to not make it
Oh,
the biggest.
you Turtle Man.
Yes.
Do you have any more healing left? Because our elephant,
I
they
do.
damaged him.
I'll cure wound him.
No.
Alright.
Level 1 cure wounds, that is 5 plus 4, that is 9 heal.
Alright. 9 heal to the elephant.
At least to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, you,
Yeah.
you see like some of the wounds on its feet and its trunk start closing.
Good.
Ah, there you go, boy.
Aw,
Like-
those are quite hard.
Shoots you on the head with its trunk.
Is it a
Thank
boy
you,
or a
little boy.
girl? Could I have checked? Is it a boy or a girl?
I think you can't really
It's a-
miss
it's a-
that, honestly.
It's a cow. It's a
What?
female.
Oh,
Female. Okay.
Female elephants are called cows.
How,
And
how are you gonna
Uh,
call her?
Betsy. No.
Betsy the elephant. Right, I like it.
let's see the elephant.
Why
Don't
Betsy?
worry. Ella. So she's an elephant.
Haha.
Or
Funny.
Betsy.
Right.
That's a name for a cow.
That
or a tank.
is
Hey.
3 brick damage.
Good old brick damage, everyone's favorite.
Right. With Betsy in
That's
front
what
of
we
the
should do.
sled.
We should put the heavy crossbow on it and call it Bertha.
Big Bertha boy.
Just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
All right. Do you go at what pace you want to go?
Pretty quick, right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit quicker than usual, which means
All right.
that the
No,
elephant's gonna be exhausted.
no stealth. Fast pace.
Nope.
Yeah, not sprinting, but not walking.
Yeah,
A little bit in
Alright.
between.
a jog.
Yeah, jogging. Yeah.
A jogging
Alright.
elephant.
Because you're on the elephant and on the sled, you're not the ones going to be making Constitution saving throws against exhaustion.
Okay.
The elephant is.
Ah.
So Betsy
Oh, we don't
Yeah.
rolls a
Perfect
natural
rest.
20 for the first day.
Yes,
Let's
she's part of the
go.
team.
The base
go,
elephant.
Let's go,
But
Betsy.
aren't we gonna rest then?
You can
Yeah, we
rest on the sled, basically.
Oh yeah,
we have
short
a
rest.
longer.
Like one of you has to be on top of the elephant using the bridle to at least steer it in a direction.
Yeah.
But the rest of you can take a short rest if they want.
Okay, who will steer?
I'm like nearly dead.
You can
still.
take breaks, take breaks,
Breaks. Okay. So at
and
least-
like take turns on who drives.
Okay. Yeah, I would really want a short rest because I'm not good
Are we talking short or long?
at this point. Short.
Well, I don't think I have any hit dice left.
Night
Right.
would be long rest.
I don't think I have any hit dice left.
It is getting close to nightfall.
Oh, while we're riding, I'm making sure to cast heroism on Betsy.
What does that do again?
Heroism.
It gives her immunity to frightened and temporary hit points equal to my
Spellcasting ability
spellcasting
modifier,
ability modifier. That's right. Yeah.
right? Which is 5 or 4.
I need to check.
But that's only for like a minute, right?
5. Yeah, but I
Heroism
can-
is a minute, yeah.
I can cast multiple times. Still have some stuff left.
Yeah, 4-minute heroism. Let's go.
This is the most heroic elephant the south of Itania has
Oh,
ever seen.
I would love to see fan art.
Like every time that she gets like a little exhausted or maybe like drags her feet a little, I just cast heroism again and she just watch her go.
Right. Nice. All right. You go well into the night for a short bit. Having the feeling that you've done that you've gone quite a bit of distance. You do notice that Betsy is like she's been going at it for hours.
Yeah, I think
at this
we should
point.
take a long rest.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll
Yes.
take a break.
I will take my short rest though.
I
Good
did.
enough over the long
I
rest.
didn't have any hit dice left, so I didn't do much, but something.
Right. Do consider that with a long rest, you only get half your maximum hit die back. So you're level 6, you only get 3 back after your long rest.
Right.
Okay.
Just to make sure that that is clear. But it's 4 to 5 days back to the city, so who knows?
Yeah.
I'll probably be full by then. Maybe. But you settle down for the night. You build up camp. You check on the ropes. Coil has been salivating a little bit, but you notice the ropes have been unaffected by it. And he is a beacon of purple in the night full of stars.
Also, we don't need to make a fire.
I mean I can still put a... Oh, you're not talking about setting him on fire.
No, 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 no. We do need a really good guard at night, though, to make sure that these two don't escape.
Ghost snake. I
You
wonder
should
how that
just
Yeah, just take a good
take
watch.
turns. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah,
the general keeps an eye on him. On them
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I've rested a bit, I can bloat him if he tries to get out of the ropes, and that will make the ropes even tighter, so he wouldn't be able to get out.
He'll suffocate for
cool.
sure then, but sure.
Hey, it's his fault for trying to escape. And I look at him out of the corner of my eye, trying to intimidate him.
I'm gonna check his con real quick if he would choke after after a minute of bloating.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna check just in case.
Right. So I do...
Continue.
I
I do-
rolled an 19 on my intimidation on that, by the way.
Ooh.
But go a bit. Sorry.
All right. Doesn't seem shook by the comment.
Still. Pip, you wanted to...
Did we do the tarot card thing? Core kind of asked in character.
Oh yeah, I did. I did roll some tarot while we were waiting on the elevator. We had the 10 of Swords, which means recovery, regeneration, resisting an inevitable end. Wouldn't worry too much about that. That doesn't mean death. It means just an end of a cycle or a new beginning or whatever. We have the 8 of Cups reversed, trying one more time, indecision, aimless drifting, and walking away. And we had the Knight of Cups reversed, which means overactive imagination, unrealistic, jealousy, and moody. So, it's not devastating, it's not the best, but
Yeah. Alright.
should be fine.
Interesting.
So who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Yeah, with the general.
Yeah.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
17.
Right. You do notice that during your watch, you hear howling.
Oh boy.
Something is tracked it. It's quite far away, as far as you can tell, but you're in a big open landscape and sound carries.
Wait, the channel, do you hear that as well?
Oh, I didn't roll. Should I roll for the general?
Yes, please.
General probably doesn't hear it because he rolled a. Oh, a 10.
All right. The general doesn't notice. No.
Yeah, no, I thought so. Alright.
He's focusing more on the two bandits in the middle.
Yeah, probably.
And can I determine how far away it is, or approximately where it's coming from?
With that perception, it's behind you.
Go southwards.
So southwards, maybe a couple miles still.
Oh, they're eating the corpses.
Probably.
Delicious.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep this in mind then. To the next one, who takes watch, I'll say what I heard.
Right, yeah. Good to keep an eye out on, but probably nothing big.
Yeah.
Who is up
Alright.
next, by the way, actually?
Well, you spoke, so I guess you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure. Corbin doesn't usually do watches, but I don't know.
Make a perception check.
So I point out what I heard, where it's coming from, how far away it is approximately.
Wolves, you say? Interesting. That's a 22.
All right. During your watch as well, howling doesn't seem to come closer, but you do hear it at some intervals.
Weird. Nothing.
Halfway your watch, I wake up too, because I only need 4 hours.
Oh, right. Oh, hey.
You like wake up and you hear in the distance as well, like.
Are they fucking werewolves?
Do we have a fire going? Is there light?
Well, the rope is glowing.
The rope is glowing purple.
Yeah, but is that enough to see like each other?
Cork
Yeah,
also definitely made a fire with create.
Well, you'll notice then that I changed my appearance. My skin turned more bluish and my hair is white. I changed season, so.
You look
You went winter, right?
Yeah.
You look a little different, Quake.
Yeah. Feel a bit different.
Feeling blue.
Yes.
That
Oh, that was. That honestly was not intended to be a pun.
Okay.
It's
One damage.
it's just all this stuff happening because of us. All those people killed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels kind of heavy.
You know what? You'll get used to it eventually, but it's still.
Well, that's the
pretty
thing.
bad.
I don't want to get used to it. I hate it that it stuff like this happens. Just because of us. Not intentionally, but still.
Yeah, but I feel like if we weren't there, the desert, no, not the desert rose, the lilies probably would have done something similar. They're just like really bloodthirsty, so.
Yeah, but I have such a strong feeling that we could have prevented this somehow. We knew that people were following us, at least we had an idea, and still we just...
Maybe. But yeah, that's.
More mad at myself than anything else. But yeah.
I get that. just things just went the way they did. So there's nothing really much we can do now except
No, but it's just
take
I
down the bastards.
left the Feywild to come and help here in the material plane, and then stuff like this happens. I don't feel like I've helped all that much since I've been here.
I mean, I would beg to differ. Yeah, I really think you added to the team, if that's anything to go off on.
Yeah, we had some positive notes, of course, but yeah, it feels like more negative stuff is happening than helping.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're trying to change things, and there's many people that are trying to hold on to things like they are. And well, I feel like there needs to be I don't know. There's might some bad things might need to be going before things get better.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess I don't know either. It just Gog just stares like in front of him into the desert.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the stars.
Wait, is it?
Any closer?
Yeah.
A perception check.
Ooh.
Gesundheit.
16.
8.
Doesn't seem to get any closer.
Okay, then that's fine.
Hmm.
And we need our rest. And then
Last watch. Come.
I'll
Yes.
I mean, I can take last watch. I'm awake already.
What's going on?
Watch.
I would rather let our magic people sleep, so I'll take last watch.
I'll do whatever.
Yeah,
And
you
you
go
all-
back to sleep, old man.
Wake up in the morning,
Yay.
slightly refreshed after quite a heavy day. Can someone roll a d100?
A D100.
Sure.
I don't think I've ever rolled a D100.
79.
All right, good to know.
So close.
I know you're at least not a wild magic sorcerer
Oh.
player.
I rolled 69. That would have been better.
Damn.
Nice. All right. You wake up in the morning, feeling refreshed. You still hear like the loud snoring from George, who's still like dead asleep. Those that during the night have kept watch. Coil has been awake with you the entire time,
Hmm.
just
Yeah, he
eyeing
hasn't slept
you
at all.
what you're doing.
Alright.
Hmm.
Like his eyes are a little bit bloodshot, but he's wide awake.
Hmm.
A little bit tired then.
Guess we'll have some breakfast, and I'll give some to George. I'll feed them to him and to Coil as well. Because they need food, otherwise they'll die.
Yeah, you can go without food for a couple of days before dying.
You don't need water, just
Still.
dunk them in the alchemy jug.
I also feed some for my rest.
George happily eats after waking up. Coil
It's
is refusing.
just enough to survive, you know. I'm not gonna give
Yeah.
him a whole meal.
Coil is refusing anything you give him.
Do we really need to?
Why do
force
they always have to be so stubborn?
It's
Yeah.
not in our interest to poison you. We want you alive.
I think he knows. I think he wants to die.
Hmm.
Just to give us another finger.
Can we force him to eat?
You want to
Like,
force us
Open
out
his
of
mouth
the
and chop for him.
Nah. You can go without
if
food
it comes
for.
if it comes to it, sure.
You can't
not-
go
not
with.
yet.
You need like. You can go for like 2 weeks without food or something, but you can only go 2 days without water, And in
Yeah.
this heat one day, so
Especially in a hot as fuck desert.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important that they drink. Who cares if they eat?
And he's also going without sleep. So
Yeah.
True.
Eventually, his body get too tired and he'll just fall asleep anyway.
he is
There's no-
resisting. He is resisting his long rest.
There's no
Huh.
way you can hold that out forever.
And you can see like he's already getting tired.
Yeah.
Like, already.
Oh, I ordered
In
the general.
D&D terms, he got his first level of exhaustion already.
Yeah, I figured.
I ordered the general to like play like sleep songs while you like this program.
How many-
Dee-dee.
How many points of exhaustion do you need before you die in
6.
D&D?
Six.
6. Okay. Ah, we have a bit to
Or
go.
4 or 5 days if we don't
Yeah.
get interrupted.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We'll just go. Alright, Betsy, how you doing today?
How you doing?
I'll give her some food as well, of course.
Yay!
Yeah.
Can I drive Betsy today?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah!
All right. Going at the same pace for the day?
Yep.
Right. Oh, Betsy is rolling quite well on her constitution saves.
I like
It's a
Betsy.
15. That's still a success.
Haha.
Betsy,
Second day.
Betsy is one to keep around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Betsy's not ours.
I mean, we
During
can
your
buy it.
second day of travel,
Has that ever stopped
Um,
anyone?
at one point, you're like trying to follow the tracks left behind by the camels. Like slight sand shifts have made it hard to find them, but you're going straight north. Especially because you have a Minotaur with him, who is always aware of where north is.
Yeah. And I know the way
Ah.
back to the city where I've been already,
Yeah, exactly. So you have like a guiding compass with you.
apparently.
Also, you have a real compass with
Yeah,
you.
I
Do you
have a
still have
literal-
that? I
literal
think you still
guiding
have that.
Still have that
Yeah,
thing.
that wasn't
Yeah.
lost at the bottom of the ravine.
Yeah. So at intervals, you do still find camel tracks. They have been going like wide at some points, and you see like one point notice that like camel tracks are coming from eastward almost, and then taking a sharp turn north. Someone adjusting his course towards the city.
It's like he doesn't have a compass or something.
Or
He's-
evading maneuvers.
Yeah.
At one point, like, halfway through the day, you crest a hill, a dune hill, and on the outstretched lands in front of you, you do see a point of interest you've passed on your travels southward.
Oh, right, the water.
There's a small oasis. And Zilmoira, you being on top of the elephant, can you make a perception check for me?
Of course. Perception +1. 15.
15. You do see, like, you're quite far away, but you do see, like, a lying down hump, maybe a couple of feet away from the water.
Guys, but
You're not entirely sure what it is, but it doesn't look like sand. It does look like a creature of some sort.
guys, look over by the oasis. What do you see? I see something lying by the water.
I climb up the elephant and try to look.
Make a
Yeah.
perception check.
I'll look-
Four.
Gesundheit.
Thanks.
Oh, I rolled a
Um,
20.
Ha ha ha!
I couldn't hear what Akira said because of the sneeze.
24.
24, alright.
Ooh.
Like, you're slowly getting closer with Betsy, and you're peering, and you see it's not one hump, there are 3 things lying on the desert sands. You also see red sand. There's blood. As you get closer and closer, peering towards the bodies that you see, there is a lone camel and 2 human corpses,
Lamau.
about 40 feet away from the oasis water.
Ed,
Guys, corpses at the oasis.
can
Yeah.
I go and check real quick?
You're pretty fast. The elephant is. What is your movement speed?
45.
All right, you're outpacing the elephant slightly.
Can we stop Betsy for a minute?
Yep.
Right,
Oh,
you
girl.
get to the oasis side. You see the camel, which has been battered and bruised by something, which is the cause of the blood that you saw. The two corpses you recognize.
Fuck.
They're the overseer and the guy that you beat up at the canyon edge.
Fuck.
I think we should bring them.
Yeah.
How did they die?
Looking at them, the overseer still has like the stretch marks on him after Zilmoira's bloating. But his throat has been cut. Like single deep slice, both arteries. Not bleeding anymore though. Not recent blood loss on him.
Well, thank God.
So it's been at least a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's been a hot
Like
minute.
only the camel seemed to have bled on this place. The other two, it looks like they have been killed elsewhere.
Okay.
And the random working guy that you beat up on the cliff edge has like multiple stab wounds in his stomach.
From me, from my axe.
No, this
No.
doesn't look like gutted by an axe. This
Okay.
looks like prison shiv.
Okay.
Nice.
Where do the are there tracks leading away?
Make a survival check.
Well, considering that I might have like gotten off of the elephant and walked over as
Yeah.
well.
I'll help.
You'll help? Okay, that's good because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh boy.
I had a 2! Survival plus 4, so 6.
6. You're looking around. I mean, tracks are like you see the tracks coming in from where you came from.
Yeah.
It does look like there has been some sort of scuffle here. You see like multiple spots where hooves have trampled the sand. A single pair of tracks leads northward.
Okay.
Another thing you do notice, which is weird, like you see the oasis. Camel is not just wet with blood, but with water. They're like
Oh.
40, 50 feet away from the water's edge.
Do they look like just sliced broken or like they were chucked broken?
Kinda chucked.
Okay, yeah. I get away from the water, guys.
All right, let's just go and
Let's
move on.
just let's
Yep.
go.
We have confirmation now that they are actually dead, so let's
Yep.
just move on.
Quake, because you're there with a passive, just for your information and give you a big red button, you see a gold shining on the oasis in the water.
Well, after Zilmoira's warning, I'm not gonna press that button.
Alright?
I'll say it to the group like I saw something shiny, but I have a feeling, nope,
Ooh, something shiny.
nope.
No.
I said something.
Oh yeah, delicious, shiny stuff.
I mean, you could let your familiar look at it, but I wouldn't get closer like any of us.
My familiar?
No,
Do you mean my hand?
Hakans.
Sounds familiar.
Oh.
Do I want to?
You're like, at this point, you're like back at the elephant. You were
Yeah,
the only
yeah,
two
yeah.
at the oasis, like the rest.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hakan, go let your familiar check what that shiny thing was.
Alright, I'll go check. Well,
No,
is it
no.
underwater or what?
Yeah.
In the water?
I'd float your bird like right, like make him like graze the edge of the water. Let's see what happens. As I sit there entertained, looking at the water.
Alright. You're looking at the water. The bird skims over it. Hakan, you are looking through the eyes of the bird. it skims the water. Like one of its claws just like gently dips in for a short moment. And you don't see it coming. All you see for a brief moment is what looks like an antique oil lamp dug in the sands
Lamp.
underneath the water surface before the people who are at the elephant. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit your bird. As part of the water just forms a hand, smashes the bird into the water, and Hakan, your vision goes back to yourself as your familiar poofs out of existence.
Evil lamp.
Oh, that must be.
Alright, there was something just happened. There was
Genie lamp though.
You start seeing like part of the water rising up and
Oh, no,
form
no,
a
go, Betsy,
humanoid
go.
shape.
Yeah, let's go.
Hot
Let's
sick.
go.
Alright. So you go hiya with the elephant as you see like not one but 3 water elementals rising from the water, just
Oh,
glaring
no.
at you as you
Oh,
pass with the
no,
elephant.
no.
But as you're no longer interested in whatever is in that oasis,
Did you
let you go.
tell us
Still
about
very
the...
interested, but not
Yeah, did you
really
tell us
what
about
I'm
the oil
say.
lamp?
I am super interested. I wanna fucking do this, but I'm not gonna do it.
Fucking genie lamp.
No,
Oh god.
Guys, we can always come back here. We know that it's here. We need to get to the city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I'm gonna put
So-
it in my notes.
Oasis. Yup. Let's go.
Right. You hurry away, Betsy, until night falls again. You make up camp. Still have a couple of days to go.
Do we have any idea how far we are?
Have one of the 4 days, or 2.
I
Considering
mean, we do have an elephant instead of like camels, so
the
maybe.
same speed.
No, camels are faster.
Ah, okay.
But you do seem to notice, like, you're going in a straight line because random Minotaur abilities.
Yeah.
You notice that their pattern, they try to go north. You see it like at random intervals. It just
north.
it cuts off like slightly westward. Like, they only have like the sun and stuff to track, and they seem to be getting disorientated at some points and like veer off. So they're not going in a straight line. So you're not sure if you're gaining, but you have a feeling that they are slower than they should be.
Interesting.
Also, he doesn't have 2 camels with him anymore to like switch out between and but also not to like bear him down.
Right.
He does
But
have
for
an
the
extra
second-
body, but yeah.
But for
Yeah.
the second night, do any of you wish to do?
By the way, did we bring the bodies or not?
we did
I
not.
don't think so because the was monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna check on Coil first.
Right.
Hey there, buddy.
He just glares at you with his bloodshot eyes.
Still
Feeling
hasn't slept.
sleepy?
You've been checking on him like during the day. He hasn't slept yet.
Hmm.
And you see like his lips are already slightly like starting to crack because of dehydration.
Alright, well, let's push his head into the,
Let's
the
waterboard him.
alchemy, yeah, into the alchemy jug. Let's go.
Actually, Core doesn't have a problem with this, actually.
Let's put him like a bit forward though, so that at least it doesn't go in his windpipe.
Yeah.
Right. He's gonna try and resist that.
Sure.
So he is restrained,
Mm-hmm.
which gives him disadvantage on his check against you.
He would have had disadvantage
Believe.
anyways because he's exhausted.
Also true.
Yeah. Double disadvantage.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. No, it only has disadvantage on dexterity, but it has a disadvantage on all checks because of exhaustion. So, who is trying to waterboard him?
Yes.
Because
whoever
whoever
people at this point.
whoever is gonna have to make an athletics check.
I will make sure that he doesn't suffocate or drown.
I will make sure that he does.
That's a natural 20.
Again, what's with the 20s today?
Very nice.
I know
All
it's
right.
athletics, right? So 28.
Damn. All right.
That's sick.
Yet with disadvantage 21. That's insane. All right. So, you do manage to stick his head in the alchemy jug, and
Just a little so.
you start noticing that he starts to blow bubbles. He's like trying to overpour the alchemy jug. He's not drinking.
How much?
Um,
It gives
how
like
mu-
8
wait,
gallons?
he has his
Yeah.
face in the jug, right?
Yeah.
Can I punch him in the
At
stomach?
one point, he's gonna have to breathe in.
Yeah. Can I punch the stomach to push the air out so he has to?
Yeah, but then
like,
it gets in his
inhale?
lungs.
Yeah, but it's only
But still,
one.
some of it will go into his stomach.
Nah, there's also a thing called secondary drowning. That's not really. You don't want it to get in his lungs, because then it'll get. No.
But you notice, like, you're probably not gonna have to punch him. He is blowing air out. At one point, he is gonna have to breathe. What do you do?
Take his face out and push it back in.
Bring them back
The
in.
reflex will start to go.
At one
Eventually
point,
it'll
yeah.
happen.
You take
I
him
don't know
out. He breathes in heavily, and you stick him back in, and he's doing the same thing.
Just drink!
At one point, he just
Just drink already.
at
Does anyone
one
have like
point,
any magic to make him drink or something?
No.
Like a
I can-
friend?
Does
Like
that
a...
even exist?
I don't know,
can
maybe
put-
cast friends or what? Whatever.
Um,
Can't you put one of those berries in his mouth and force his mouth
I mean-
shut so he eats it? That'll get him for a day.
I can conjure some good berries. Just the last. Alright, I'll do it. I'll conjure some good
I
berries.
mean, I think it's easier than this.
Yeah,
at
but
one
we'll
point
need
you hear
water.
him like the moment you pull his head from the jug again to go force feed him good berries, he snorts in, like breathing in. You hear he starts coughing, but his mouth is still shut. A saving throw for him, which he horribly fails, and he falls unconscious.
I'm gonna try to.
The rope around his mouth, a little bit looser.
Yeah.
I'll stabilize him.
Right, make a medicine check.
God damn it, why does he have to be so stubborn? Why can't he be like George?
He's
like-
trying to kill himself, man.
Yeah, I
medicine.
know!
Yeah, why is he gotta kill himself? God damn it!
Why does he want to
It's a
die?
12, but I do have in my inventory a med kit,
Stabilize with that, right?
healer's kit.
It's a DC 10 to stabilize someone, so you do manage to stabilize him. He's still unconscious though.
Oh, without needing to make a medicine check if I have a med kit.
Oh, sweet. Then you didn't even have to roll.
Cool.
But yeah, he is stabilized. There is like water like flowing out of his nose.
Oh yeah.
Can we just pour some water down his throat or something?
Yeah, can we just open his mouth and just pour the water in?
Who doesn't-
He'll have to swallow.
Just put a good berry in his mouth and shut his mouth.
Yeah, but that's just for food.
I know.
He needs to drink.
Water too.
We'll just drop water on him. He'll hydrate by osmosis.
I'm pretty sure doesn't good berries give you hydration as well?
I don't think he's amphibious, but okay.
Doesn't that work?
I think good berries is just for food.
The creature restores 1 hit point and provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day.
Yeah, isn't nourishment also water?
Food.
Yeah.
Food.
It provides for a day, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so
So
it's...
we could just force feed him a good berry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that he is unconscious, easily enough. You force feed him a good berry.
Alrighty.
Opens his eyes, because he gets back to 1 hit point again. He coughs a few times. Like, eyes are still bloodshot.
Oh, right, he didn't get a long rest because he stayed awake.
Nope. Nope.
So he just got
Nope.
rid of his 1 hit point.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, no.
Welcome back, buddy.
But like you, Hakan, who fed him the berry, can you make a dex save for me?
Oh boy, I'm super good at that, man. Amazing.
Bit asset,
Oh,
probably.
no.
Yeah, that's a 3.
All right. He lunges
Punched in
forward.
the face, you know.
In that moment, he lunges forward with a 24 to hit.
Alrighty.
Do I have my shield?
That does indeed hit, yes.
Nick,
What?
do I have my shield at the ready right now?
I don't know. Would you have your shield at the ready when you force fed him a good berry? Or are you settling down for the night?
I was standing there, so I would have had my shield ready just to be sure to be safe.
All right.
So, could you make an
Slifish?
attack with disadvantage?
Sure.
Because my fighting style kicks in and...
That's still a 19 to hit then.
Sure.
Does that hit, Hakan?
I don't have my shield out, right? No, that hits then. It doesn't make sense for me to have a shield in my hand now, so yeah, that hits.
All right. You take 10 piercing damage from the bite and an additional 10 poison damage.
What the fuck? I just
As he
recovered.
like
Jesus!
lunges forward, like as you're feeding him the berry, and he just lunges, like he gets up, and kind of in that quick moment of like we have to get his mouth back shut, he lunges forward and just clamps down on your lower arm, and you feel the poison just pulsing through your veins.
Ow.
Ah, I just kind of grab my hand and my arm, and I'm just like, oh,
Motherfucker.
this hurts.
Is he still like biting on? Latching on?
He's like hanging on. He's not
Okay.
letting go.
I will rage and pull him off.
Right, make an athletics check.
That's what she said.
He's gonna roll with disadvantage. That's a natural one.
Oh, I rolled a 19 plus 5, so.
All right, you wrench him free, quickly tie his mouth back shut, and he's just like underneath that rope has this big ass fucking grin on it.
So we're gonna do this way then.
He shouldn't have though, because we fed him, and now we can just keep going. He shouldn't be grinning, but okay.
You absolute dumbass.
Is there anything else you wish to accomplish throughout the night?
I'm gonna use
Gonna
a
try
roll-
and go and speed up this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take
gonna-
the...
I presume I'm now attuned to the Ring of Evasion, by the way.
I do
Yes,
want to though.
Yes,
find
after 2 days, yes.
I do want to find small pebbles all the way back to the city, and then like start throwing them at Coil, like every so often. Just throw a pebble at him.
Sure.
Just to annoy him. I want to get that grin off his face.
What was that video again? An extremely long murder with an incredibly inefficient
can
weapon?
Yup.
Can you make he's gonna try and be weird to you. Can you make an attack roll? Not for damage, but just general attack roll.
Me?
No, Quake, who is
What do I do
throwing
plus
pebbles.
then? Just an unarmed strike? Or...
It's pebbles. You can use your unarmed strike for that, like improvised stuff.
19.
Right. At one point, he just kind of like shifts his head, so you throw a pebble like right in his nostril.
Ah.
It just irritates, like.
Oh.
Oh, that's a Ah man.
I'm gonna make a deck save that I don't fall off the elephant when it happens. 27. No, I stay on. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Nighttime.
I'm just laughing my ass off. Oh,
So the
That's
second
perfect.
night goes through quite uneventful, besides, you know, the biting incident and the pebble incident. Coil has been staying up. Like, he's fed, he's hydrated, but he's
Fish.
still gaining exhaustion.
You could make him sleep by knocking him out
Yeah, I was
and
just.
stabilizing him.
I had
That's
spares dying.
only
gonna
a
be for
couple of
long.
hours. That's not long enough to
get
Then
it
do
all.
it again
forcefully,
until keep
forcefully long rest him.
I mean,
Then
we
do it
could.
again until it has been 8 hours.
Yeah. Just with
Let's-
a couple of guys, keep knocking him out.
Let's roll the con save for Betsy for the third day. She does suffer a point of exhaustion during the
Oh.
third day.
I'm sorry, Betsy.
But we'll rest anyway, so
I'm gonna cast heroism on her again.
you can do this, Betsy.
You can do this.
Nice.
I am also working on like a little system for like a castle on top of the elephant. Sketching things out.
All right. During the third night, Doyle hasn't slept during the day. George, at this point, is kind of going insane. Like, he's sleeping, he's eating whatever you're giving him, he's drinking water. But he just starts mumbling underneath his breath.
I mean, I don't think we've shut his mouth. He can talk if he wants.
Yeah, he can talk, but he's kind of like he starts like at random intervals during the day as well, just like randomly weeping, asking
I
to
mean-
go home.
I'll start up a conversation with him to ask like where he's from, what did he do, just to keep him busy.
Yeah.
I'm from the Storm Mountains, northward, I think. Like, he points towards the obsidian tower that is like very faintly in the distance, becoming visible after 3 days of travel. Beyond,
So am I.
are you also from the Storm Mountains?
Well, not entirely. I mean, I am from north, a little bit east of the Storm Mountains, I think.
No, the Storm Mountains are the mountain range separating the Red Sea from the rest of the continent. You're thinking of the Murkosh Mountains.
Okay, sorry. Wrong mountain range. I'm from north though. I think we're all from north. This is as far south as anyone's gone.
Well, I'm actually
Basically.
on a different plane altogether.
True. Which I'm
Beware
still.
of banishment.
Cook still isn't sure.
Yeah, that's true. Beware of banishment. Oh boy.
Cork isn't?
No, not even sure. Like if the Feywild is even like real or not.
It's just like one of those children's story things, and you're just like, probably ain't real, man.
My mom used to tell me stories about that place.
Feywild?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
from Feywild. That's my home.
it's a fairy tale land that doesn't exist, though.
No,
See?
it's real. It's very real. I've been there. I've been born there. I've
Yeah,
lived there for-
his insight is shit. He's not believing you.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
obviously
lying,
fake, man.
so-
Obviously
I'm
I
lying.
know, but he's not a smart guy.
You can't convince this guy that that something that's actually real is real.
Remember this, if you ever have the chance, the Ascalon Woods. There is a portal if you ever want to go and see.
I don't know where.
Even
that
know what-
is.
I don't even know
North.
this. I don't even know if this guy knows what a portal
Further
is.
than your mountains. Way more up north.
Wait, there's more
There's
north of the mountains.
There's a lot more. A very green area with forests and grasslands and
I would love to
mountains.
see that.
Yeah, here's the thing though, we're probably
Maybe
going
one
to
day.
death.
Maybe one day.
No, we're not. We're keeping them alive, Cork. And I
No,
nudge him.
after he
Cork! And I nudge him in his ribs.
Yeah, on the other
Shut
side
up.
as well.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll try to keep on the way home. Try to keep his spirits up a little bit, just by talking and.
yeah,
Third
maybe
night goes by uneventful. Third level of exhaustion for Coil.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna try and start annoying Coil to sleep. I'm gonna take up my tarot cards and I'm gonna do him a reading.
I've been throwing pebbles at him in the last
Boring
day.
as
So.
possible.
Like, you throwing the pebbles has been keeping him awake mostly.
has the
Like he's having trouble. Like besides his exhaustion check, he's now also rolling. See if he can stay awake, but for some reason he's rolling those well, which is insane.
would the lullabies of my automaton help in any way?
Well, he already had disadvantage on the checks.
Ah, right. I guess it's just flavor.
Yeah, it kind of works.
Okay.
Like at some point you see him like his chin hits his chest for a moment and then just shook up again.
Got hit by a pebble.
I mean, if I see him starting to fall asleep, I'll stop throwing pebbles. But
Alright. Like at intervals, he's like you hear like a snort and he just scares himself awake with the snort. You hear him like grunting underneath his breath, like shaking his head, trying to stay awake.
Yeah. I'm just boring him to death with the tarot. I'm like, hey, I got the 10 of cups, but it's upside down, which means that you've got some misaligned values in your life, and you're struggling in relationships with people, and yeah, it's I think you need to rethink that. It's
Poor guy.
I mean, a lot of your cards are upside down. I mean, the 5 of Swords is not, but the 4 of Swords is upside down. You're like exhausted, burned out, in deep contemplation. This is the actual card.
oh wow.
I mean, there's like a stagnation there, and you need to like let it go, and
Poor guy.
and this one, the 5 of Swords, there's disagreements and conflict and competition going on in your mind, and
Never gonna end.
and you're trying to win at all costs, which is also actually the card. There is defeat in your futures though, so just let it go.
That's
Oh my god.
scary, actually.
Yep.
Alright. That is creepy. Alright.
It's so creepy.
Can anyone for me at the dawn of the 4th day roll a d100 for me again?
Oh, yes.
Who's rolling? Because I only need one roll.
I rolled 98, but
Yeah,
which
you're
doesn't
first.
seem to-
Okay.
98.
Alright.
No, not 9d8. 98.
Yeah,
Like
98.
98.
Alright. One more check for Betsy.
Yeah.
She makes it.
How are the tracks going?
The tracks at this point are going straight now that the
Oh,
obsidian
now the
tower.
tower's there.
Now
yeah.
that now that the
Yeah.
tower is visible.
Damn. I don't think we
Um,
can catch up to the guy.
Mm.
Well,
Towards the end.
Can we go
The
the last
fourth
last day? Can we go as fast as we can on Betsy?
Sure. Sure.
giddy up.
Or you're going breakneck pace, at least as long as she can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the 4th day, you are within like 5 to 6 hour ride city. Pushing through the night is an option. but you're gonna have to.
He has no exhaustion yet, right?
Betsy lost her point of exhaustion because she slept. She had a long rest as well with you guys.
Yeah, maybe we should risk it.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
wanna-
just keep going.
I
Sorry,
wanna-
Betsy, but
Yeah.
Right.
if you're back, you can rest all.
Are you
Okay.
gonna? Who is gonna stay awake
I'll stay awake.
Me too.
during?
I need the least amount of sleep, so.
Everyone that wants to stay awake on the sled or on Betsy is gonna have to make a con save as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk it.
I'm gonna. If everyone's risking it, then I'm gonna sleep. I need my beauty time.
15. I rolled a 15.
Alright.
Constitution.
15, you're fine.
I rolled way higher, 25.
You're also
Ooh.
fine.
I rolled a 10.
You're feeling it, but no exhaustion yet.
Right. And the
Um,
general does need
um,
to sleep, so.
Betsy does suffer a point of exhaustion.
Ah. Well.
Sorry, Betsy, but we're in a hurry.
Towards daybreak, as
Heroism.
you're nearing the city proper, you see a sand cloud.
Hey, what?
Sand cloud. Maybe
Sand cloud.
20, 25 feet wide, quite high, coming towards you in a
Right.
straight line.
So probably
Alright.
people with riding animals, right?
Can I get a perception check from anyone?
Yes.
Or just anyone who wants to check?
20.
Very
20
nice.
something.
17.
Very nice. It's very nice.
25.
Within the sand cloud, you see shapes.
Let's check that.
People riding creatures in a breakneck pace towards you.
Okay. Everyone, put your weapons down.
Yeah.
My fists like in my robe.
And that might be construed
Okay,
as
okay,
you
okay.
holding something.
Concealed weaponry!
Oh no! Disaster!
I do look at the corp. Does he have his weapons down?
Or do you have your weapons down?
No.
Okay.
Corp, put those weapons down now, or I'll.
I don't trust it.
Like, you're coming towards each other. Distance is very fast closing.
Yeah, I mean, well, Betsy slowed down.
You
Yeah,
see,
of course.
at least at this point, you see 12 riders.
Do I... Sorry.
You can tell.
Do I recognize any of the riders?
At
anyone
this distance, with like the sand cloud obscuring them, not yet.
Right. So
Guys,
I'm...
like we said, no fighting.
Right. So Cork is
After
going...
a year, we'll talk about it. We'll give the pressure to the scorpions.
Right. So Cork is lowering his weapons. However, he is cupping the ball in his hand.
All right.
Ball away as well, Corp.
Just in reassurance.
Orc, can you make a sleight of hand check for me?
Wait, so it's
Oh,
been
man.
5 days now, right? 5 or 4?
Yeah, you're at the dawn of the 5th day.
Uh,
Yes,
Yep.
my cloak is done.
that would be 11.
11. All right. Anyone with a perception of a passive perception of 11 or higher does notice Cork is holding the ball.
No, not the bomb. The
Ball.
sphere of.
Ball.
I said ball.
Oh,
The weather sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am aware.
Put the sphere
I'll
away,
keep it in. I'll
Corp.
keep it in mind, but I won't say anything to him.
You start
Yeah.
noticing that group that's riding towards you splits in 3 groups of 4. 4 on each side,
And
making a
surround.
move to start surrounding you.
I will
With the
stand
hands up in the
behind
air.
that.
Yeah.
The sand cloud slowly settling as the riders start surrounding you. You see a well-known red dragonborn visage 11 of his other riders, most likely guild members, surrounding you, maybe 1 mile outside of the city, halting you to a stop. That is where we're gonna take a break.
Stop.
I
yeah.
knew it.
Yep.
Okay.
For a moment, I
See
was
you
scared that
in
you
a
would say that
little bit.
this would be the end of the episode.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everyone. Last we left off, the group was being surrounded by Baldur and his men. Hands up into the air as he speaks to you. All right. Any weapons I see, drop them in the sands. Step away from the sled and the elephant.
Yes.
But he says he's our boss.
Yes. We'll do what you say.
All right.
Please
do I have-
listen, because you don't have all the information, and I don't think you have the correct information.
Yeah.
This is gonna have to be a good fucking story then. 'Cause last night, someone came into town,
Do we
dragging a
know?
corpse, made it talk, and said that you killed a bunch of Dimitrov's men. Now, I managed to suss it for a bit, but it's gonna take nothing more to reach Dimitrov's ears and start a turf war, because...
We have multiple things of evidence to show that we were not at fault.
Do you have a talking corpse?
No, we have living
No, we have
people.
live ones. And I point to the back of the cart, show them to two bound up on there.
We have two men that worked for the twins that decided to take revenge and wanted to take over. We also have their masks.
They followed us from the city on our way to the canyon. We went into the lair, and then they killed everyone outside and ambushed us at the exit, and then tried to frame us for it. We even brought treasure along, most of we could take. We saved one of the elephants. We brought the one who ambushed us alive.
Yeah.
We have the
He
masks of the
actually,
ladies.
he actually stole one of our camels and killed the rest to get back to town. And we
And that's
managed to
fast.
take one of the scorpions' elephants to get us here with some of the treasure that they found as a peace offering, because we knew that this wouldn't go over well, and we wanted at least to make sure that we got a chance to explain ourselves, so we wanted to at least get that chance.
Believe us, we're being set up.
Can I get a group persuasion check?
Oh boy.
Sure.
It's like, even though some of you aren't talking like general
Sick.
demeanor.
It's a 19 for me.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Let's see, persuasion 19 as well.
Oh, I rolled a 13, even with a -1.
I have a 14.
I also rolled a 19.
Nice.
All right. Baldur gets off his horse, walks towards you. I'm willing to believe you. Word is spreading, so whether gonna bring this shit Dimitrov before he decides to enact a war crime.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
we
exactly
were on our
why
way here.
Yeah, that's exactly why we followed so quickly.
We've managed to
Our elephant is even
we've
exhausted.
managed to keep the little gremlin in check for a moment in the guild house. With his talking freaky corpse, which is the first thing I've ever seen of that.
I have to say, we
But word
Indeed, the
is
first time-
spreading.
the first time we arrived at the canyon, we had a little incident with the overseer and a couple of the people from the Scorpions, but after we explained ourselves, it was fine and we were let in.
That
but-
is what the corpse told.
Yes, but we stopped fighting, we
It
talked.
specifically said that you, as he looks at you, Zilmoira, put an axe in his gut.
I know. And that was
Well,
they were attacking. They didn't stop attacking, and I told them to, and they didn't listen. So
Did
I,
you listen?
They didn't.
Because technically, as far as I'm aware, you were trespassing. If
Yeah,
your
we didn't
permission to
ab-
go
we-
there,
We didn't go about
I
it in
thought
the
you would
right
handle
way.
it civilly.
Yeah, we didn't go about it in the right way to begin with. No, I must
Clearly.
admit that.
They
But-
started shooting at us before
Let's
we
just
could
say
even
that I
explain
tried to be
ourselves.
civil about it, but someone, and I look at Cork, tried to do it the other way.
No, they started shooting.
No.
They started shooting at us.
And you should
They
have
didn't-
laid down arms.
Yeah, we would, but we were on the side of a mountain, and they kept firing. Then we came up, then we explained ourselves, but in the meantime, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna just stand there when someone shoots a crossbow at my face.
Wanna follow me into town?
All
We
right.
get to the guild house. Mitrov is there. I think. Had someone fetch him.
Be
And
careful.
I talk this out.
We brought him a whole lot of money, so...
Yeah.
And to
I think he cares less about that. Except half his crew being massacred.
Sorry,
I
massacre.
think
Massacre is kind of a big word.
yeah, and I think the two people in the cart might be inclined to say some stuff if you magically make them so.
Yeah, the
Because
snake
the
person
snake
is
one
a bit of an asshole.
yeah.
He's been trying to kill himself on the way over here.
Yeah. He needs to sleep.
He's been what?
He's been trying to kill himself. He's
He
refusing
doesn't
to
wanna
eat,
eat.
refusing to drink, refusing to sleep.
He's on the verge of death, and we've no idea what to do with him.
Baldur walks beside the car, looks into the car, sees the orc and the very near death Yuan-Ti. Yeah.
We have their lily masks over here as well, as more proof.
Well,
There were-
let's
there were
see
more
who
of
is
them, but
more
we left them.
convincing. Follow me.
We killed the others, but
He points towards a few of his members. Get the elephants to an elephant stable. Guard that treasure. Do not let any civilians see it. If Dimitrov gets any more agitated than he already is, I don't want to think about it.
maybe we can tell Dimitrov that we brought back money for him, right?
You
Or
can.
do you want to keep it from him that we brought it back?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, that
No.
would be
When the
unwise.
current standing story is that part of my people massacred an entire excavating crew of his, I'm not gonna take chances.
Fair enough.
As far as we know, you're guilty until proven it.
Isn't there any magic we can do to force the truth out of us? Because we can tell you.
There's this thing called the circle of truth, right? You cannot lie within it.
I'll
I'm aware.
happily step in it.
Same.
Yeah.
I am
me
aware
too.
of that. I have a guy for that.
Alright.
Think you know the guy.
Ah.
Mr. Malkind will be present as well.
All right.
Oh,
Let's go.
it's the Audi from the tower.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
Dowlin. You are being led into the city. Armored guard with you.
Hmm.
Good.
All on
I'm
board.
pulling my what's it called again? Hood up.
And they are specifically, like intentionally choosing a route with as less civilians as possible. They are trying to keep you away from prying eyes. Coil and the orc, like, bound behind a couple of horses, just being dragged through the sands as they are still tied up.
And glowing.
And glowing.
Alright.
Coil is still glowing. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe lift the glow, Cor.
I'll throw a piece of cloth over him.
Oh yeah, no, the glow is gone now.
All right.
And I reinfused my crossbow.
No, you're not holding a weapon now because you're armed guard.
Yeah,
going
wait,
through
no.
the
Yeah,
sword.
no, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to wait. I am holding the ball though. No one stopped me.
You are being brought to the House of Dragons Guild House.
House
Being
of
led
Dragons.
in to, yeah, like to Baldur's Guild House.
Yeah.
You're being led into a large common room where, sitting at a table, you see Theodore Malkind, Gowlin, scholar from the Obsidian Tower. You see Mitrov pacing around, like muttering underneath his breath something about a talking corpse, people being killed. You see a corpse lying on the table. Guts, like his belly has been sewed shut, making him slightly more representable than after Zilmoira left him in the sands.
Sorry.
And you see sitting at the end of the table, in cuffs, a gnomish female figure. You are unaware of who she is.
I have a feeling though.
But
wanna-
she is wearing like some silvery robes. She has silver gray hair in a mohawk that's like flowing backwards. Tiny nose, little bit of a stubble.
Can I
weirdly
see her
enough.
reaction the moment Coyle and George walk in?
Make an insight check.
I want to see how she reacts.
Ooh,
She
good
sees them.
thinking.
17.
17. The moment you walk in, not in handcuffs, am still bound in ropes, you see a faint shimmer of fear and dread in her.
Ha,
Good.
nice.
And you hear George calling out as well. Like the moment he walks in, he goes like, "Oh, Liza, you made it back." It's like, "Shut up, you oaf!" You see her like heads
Nice
turning
boy.
immediately, like, "Huh, that's interesting." All goes, "All right, everyone, take a seat. Let's talk."
Alright.
Hands
know.
deliberately like this on the
What
table.
Same. Deliberately up on the table.
Yep,
No.
same.
Put the ball between your legs.
You can activate it with your cork.
Ah.
But
No.
okay, that was.
I'll take 1d6 brick damage.
Yeah, 1.
Good old break damage.
As conversation starts, Balder just faces himself towards Dimitrov. He's like, "You intercepted them. Gonna talk, and if things turn out badly or in disfavor of my crew, I'll promise you this. Punishment will be enacted. Civil manner. We'll resolve this diplomatically. Understood?" Dimitrov answers, "You know what, you red fuck? If things go south way, I'll fuck you up where you stand. Understood? No diplomatic shit anymore." Ballard leans back in his chair. For a moment, you see him consider. And he says, "Understood. You do not wish to be diplomatic, and we'll watch the city burn."
Hmm.
Don't have to
Now,
just burn the city. Yeah.
Lysa,
We could burn the city.
Cork, keep
Here.
your mouth shut.
Right.
I'll agree with Akira here, Cork. Sometimes it's better not to talk.
Yeah.
Especially if it involves burning our city down.
Fair.
That
I'll
is never the intent.
Been only with us about 2 weeks, and so far, gathered quite some renown, gathered quite some heat underneath your feet. That is not in your favor here. So Lysa, as he turns towards the gnome, let him tell us again his side of the story. It's Lysa with her hands bound. Says, well, little bits of a problem there. It's my hands are bound. Kinda need my hands to do that.
Don't unbound her, I say.
I can tell what happened. Because
I
I'm the
wouldn't
one that
trust
did
her.
it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust her as far as I can throw her.
At least
Yes,
on the
well.
part of this deceased figure. I can
Although-
tell what happened.
Balder just simply snaps his finger and says to one of the gods, unbound her. Unties her hands. She does some hand motions. And a faint shimmer of ghostly energy leaves her hand, enters the mouth of the corpse on the table. You see it inhale for a moment. As Balder speaks to the corpse. Tell us what happened 5 days hence, 5 days prior to you. The corpse starts speaking, and none of you have ever seen this before, and it is quite fucking unsettling to see a corpse speak. It goes, a group of individuals assaulted us near the mine, near the lair. Among them, a verbal girl who went into a frenzy and plunged her axe into my stomach. Do you have any recollection about what happened after? Corpse breathes in again. I do not. As Lysa goes, they can't really recollect things after they died, but you know, he just told you she killed him. She murdered him. And they
Ask him
probably
why.
murdered the rest of them as well.
In self-defense.
Ask him
And
why.
Objection.
All the size. Why did she attack you? A group was warned. Do not invade on private property. Some of them didn't listen.
Point to Cork.
And we opened fire. Even after that, they would not listen.
Point at Cork.
Point at Cork.
battle commenced, in which she killed me.
Of which I'm very sorry. That was not my intent.
Mm-hmm.
This guy just kind of lost.
We, as the spell is like the corpse is like still slowly animated, breathing.
Yeah.
Alder says, "Was there any intent from the group to hurt more?" Corpse inhales again. Before I was murdered, she cast a spell on the Overseer that made him bloat. And the elven-looking figure, with skin like desert sand, attacked a different one of our group. Threatened to throw him to the canyon.
We found
As
those.
far as
Yes.
I'm aware, I wasn't fighting at all. I tried talking first.
Oh, but he was asked the question if there was any more harmful intent, and
Yeah,
there
but I'd
was.
like to say to Baldur, ask him if there was also one that tried to talk first instead of fight.
Can I first interject something else?
Sure.
Those two survived. We stopped fighting after this one deceased because that was not my intent. They were killed by the people of
By the
the
desert lilies.
the desert lilies. We found them by an oasis in the desert with their throats slit. Which this one can't confirm, but there were water elementals and we couldn't retrieve the bodies.
So
George.
one final question, asks Lysa. Yes, one final question. Right?
What's your favorite color? Man.
I think it's a good question though.
It's kind
As
of
the corpse breathes its last breath and expires again.
I'm like, it's kind of stupid that you brought
Did it
this
answer
one.
Cork's
Why-
question?
It answered, yeah, it answered blue.
I thought it only could answer.
Sick.
I thought it could only answer the person who cast the spell.
Flavor.
Fucking Cork!
I-
Hit
I-
him in the shoulder.
I say out loud, it's kind of weird that you brought the person that died first instead of the one that died last. That one could have explained everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to bring more of those that you've murdered.
But you slit their throat.
However, I got assaulted on the way.
Yeah.
I had to leave some evidence behind.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, by water elementals.
because your camel got chucked by a water elemental. Our camel got
But,
chucked because that's
Our
the one you
camel,
stole.
yeah.
I look at George and I say, George, you want to make it out of this alive, right? You want to see your mountains again, and you want to see what it's
Wait.
up north, and
I am unsure what is happening. Are we in
Okay,
trouble?
Yes.
did you kill all those people at the canyon? I mean, your
He-
boss told you to do it.
He looks shiftily around the room.
I mean, if
It's
you
like
if you
a-
ever want to see your mountains again, you do want to tell us the truth now.
Gets like a death glare from Coil. George goes, no.
Don't look at Coil. Look at me. If you want to
No.
live,
You murdered. You murdered people.
Can someone like give him something that makes him tell the truth, please? Because
yeah.
he's
Didn't-
obviously intimidated by the one that's half dead over there, who hasn't slept for 4 days and refused to eat.
5 days.
5 days, that's right.
Yeah, he has 5 exhaustion.
Theodore. If
I'll
you
tell you
will,
everything.
Yeah.
as Theodore gets out, like, he doesn't get out any material components. He just, with a hand motion around George, creates.
I'm gonna stand in there too, so I can
yeah,
speak
same.
with clues as well.
All right.
Just cast it on all of us.
You can willingly fail a saving throw.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
will.
willingly
I willingly
throw.
fail.
Yep.
George. All right.
Foil?
Do they know that we failed the saving throw?
Doyle has to roll with disadvantage.
Come on, fucker.
Let's see. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or status must make a charisma saving throw. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. So Theodore Malkind is very aware of who.
Okay. Good.
As he goes, I cast the spell, sir. The orc seems to be resisting.
Really? And George resists. Oh my god.
The guy's really
Wow.
dumb.
You can ask us. We're in the spell. Ask if we killed them. It's super
Yeah.
easy.
He rolled a natural 20 on his
Oh my
save.
god. Fucking George. Jesus Christ.
George is a fucking hero. Oh my god. Alright, but we know you're telling the truth. One speaks.
I'll speak.
Your side of the story. What happened?
I'll speak. So we put our camels away just on the far side of the canyon in a cave. Put a big boulder towards it. We start walking towards the canyon. And at moment's notice, as they notice us, I put my weapons away. I try to talk while somehow, I don't know how, Cork starts climbing down at spider speed.
We were all climbing down at that point.
I've never climbed.
Well, me, Cork, the general.
The general.
Yeah.
The
we
general, the
three
general basically caused the fuck up because he tumbled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell.
So I call out the names that were climbing down. And Quake stopped immediately when asked to stop. But the general and Cork went further down.
We couldn't hear
Then
them.
they start firing at us.
Even though I already stopped climbing down.
Yeah. Then the fight commences. I tried to stop the fight before it could happen, but wasn't effective at it. And after the man on the table died, the fight stopped. The curse of have you called the curse before? Or
Yeah, curse
not?
bloating.
Yeah, the curse of bloating agony stopped. We talked over it, went down.
Yeah, we explained ourselves and then we were
Yeah.
allowed down into the lair to explore and to look for hints about our emerald cluster egg.
Yes.
So
By the time
So
one
I was the one talking.
Did you find anything of interest
Yes.
during your search?
There was a chapel inside the mountain. And there was this sign as I show it to them, the sign of the 3 suns.
2 suns. Of 2
Two
moons.
suns connected.
2 moons was it?
2 moons or something.
Technically 3.
3
3?
moons.
I thought it was
It's
2.
a circle.
With a circle within it and a stick.
Oh yeah, the
I have
big
it
one is
here.
the moon as well,
Yeah.
of course. Okay, yeah.
That.
Yeah. The big one is a moon as well. Okay.
There was this creepy doll on the altar inside the room that has that marking on it. Apparently, a sign of...
At that point, Theodore kind of intercepts for a short moment. He says, I recognize that symbol. Well, continue, please."
We need to talk after this, but yeah. And then we went down into the hall where the cluster was found. There were these weird drawings in there.
I look at you and I start to shake. No, shut up.
He doesn't mean those drawings. He means the
Don't
marking
mean
on the
those
Oh,
wall.
okay.
drawings,
Okay, okay,
but I cannot.
He's talking about where they found the egg cluster.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, I'll
I
shut
mean,
up.
you have to tell the truth. You can be evasive about your answers if you want to lie
Yeah, or just don't tell.
or don't
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then, yeah, I do not recollect how these drawings look like, but they were like primitive drawings, I think.
There were glyphs.
Oh,
Yeah.
or glyphs on the wall.
What kind of glyphs?
I looked at the rest of the part because I didn't recognize them.
Can I remember and make like a crude sketch?
Orc did the detect magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
He knows what kind of glyphs they kind of were. They were necromantic glyphs.
I believe they had necromantic energy in them.
That's right.
And then we went back up again.
During the questioning, Theodore is just getting out a notebook and is like writing stuff down.
Yeah.
Anything else of
Then we
interest?
went into another door that we found some bodies there and a terracotta army.
Oh, yeah. The statue army.
Yeah, it was
The statue army.
was a side room.
What was a side room, yeah, just before the chapel.
Well, and the ooze. We also found an ooze, but yeah, we ran away.
And after we came back from that, we went into another hallway, turned around after a bit because one of us was attacked by some ooze.
Yeah.
And that is where we encountered this fellow, and I point to the UNT.
Yeah, he was ambushing us at the entrance of the lair, telling us that we'll keep you here while our partner, and I point at the gnome, runs back to town and frames you for all the people we've killed upstairs. So after that,
Alder looks around the room, goes, Theodore, are you entirely certain that the spell worked? Theodore, I am quite certain, sir.
see,
Looks at Dimitrov, says, looks to me like a simple another ploy, death throw, if you will, in the House of Lilies. Start a turf war, if you ask me.
We have their masks.
yeah,
Yeah, we even have the masks with us.
You
Mhm.
pull out the masks, lay them on the table. Dimitrov looks over them.
Put the one that fits on the orc, put the one that fits on the UNT, on the UNT.
we even brought the last of the treasure that was there. We brought like 1/3 or yeah,
One
You,
one-third.
you
third.
brought 1/3.
That all we could bring because it was too much otherwise for one elephant, but we left the rest there. If you ever want to go pick it up, it's still there.
As far as we know.
As far
Yeah.
as we know.
Dimitrov sighs for a moment and goes, well then. It seems you were right, although that your man would not do such thing.
Trust me, we would never.
However,
That's
I mean,
I am
yeah,
still not pleased.
no, I know we
We understand.
weren't.
He's Fox go into dungeon. Won't see light of day again.
We or
No, not you. Those three.
oh,
And I
alright.
say to Dimitrov, be careful of that one, and I point at the Yuan-T. He's a
He
sneaky.
walks up to the Yuan-T, who's like bound, gagged, barely conscious. Dimitrov looks him over. Does not look so scary, and he just jacks him unconscious.
Alright.
That works.
That works.
A real man of integrity.
Also, I would like to buy your elephant. Side note.
We named her Betsy, by the way.
What kind of fucking name is that?
Don't ask me. It was
Good
that.
name.
Yes, we...
It's a good name.
I thought it should be something.
You're a real
nice.
warrior. It's a real warrior name.
Betsy.
That,
To strike fear.
that just
What
sounds
is its
stupid.
real name? Or her real name, I guess.
What, of the elephant? Which one? The female?
Yeah.
The one, yeah, we brought in town. The female.
That's Anya.
Anya. That sounds like the name of a warrior as well.
I like it.
I prefer Betsy.
I like it.
She's been very kind.
Yeah.
She brought us back, so.
Did you by any chance also bring back Alexei?
Alexei did.
We only found one elephant. That was Anya.
That is
They-
pity.
Yeah, they
That's
they
pity.
attacked the elephants to scare them, and they ran off.
They had
We
nice
only-
children together.
Oh.
Aww.
I'll go have to find new bull for bulling. You four,
you
as
do that.
he points towards a few guards that have the scorpion insignia on them pinned. Take these three. Take them to my private dungeon. Let's have some
But
fun.
you have a
with
private dungeon?
this. Oh yes, you do not want to see.
I don't think I do, no.
I would.
You are
No.
very lucky. You have been proven innocent. Otherwise, you would have.
I mean, this has got nothing to do with luck, it's skill.
Just facts.
Yeah.
Also, if you need them dead anytime soon, just, hit me up.
I mean, I think the platform's still in the city.
Yeah, true.
That we
But
used
I need
for
a
the
bigger
twins.
platform.
I mean, they've probably taken it down by now.
I'm not thinking public execution for these. Let's keep this on down low. Not
Oh, yeah,
people
true.
not need to know people got killed.
Fair.
Not show weakness. Ever.
Hmm.
As he turns to Balder and he says,
You see Akira shiver a little as he says that.
as he turns to Balder and he goes, still, she killed one of my men.
Fake.
Yes.
I mean, killed.
I want compensation. 1,000 gold pieces.
Did you have insurance on him or not?
Shut up.
What did you say?
Gotta insure your people.
What is insurance?
I mean, so basically, this is what you do.
No.
No.
You convince some guy to, you pay them money, and you're
Alright,
like, yeah.
you stop talking. Stop talking. I do not wish to know. This family needs compensation. They lose income because of his death.
Yeah, they should have
1,000
insured
gold
it.
pieces. Paid by her.
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
why
do it.
paid by her specifically? What
Because
is-
she did the killing. Alder goes. Only seems fair. Make sure you get your 1,000 gold pieces. Either take
What
it
a
from
bitch.
the pay cut or take it from their pockets.
I can
Get your compensation.
I can pay 300 right now. I will have to work for the rest.
Wait,
It's
how
a
much?
start.
I'll toss in 200 as well, Zil.
How much platinum is 1 gold again?
10.
10.
And
One platinum is 10 gold.
I kind of
Wait,
imagine
we have-
Bolt, like emptying his.
We have like 50 platinum in the party fund.
Yeah.
No, guys, I will pay this. This was my fault.
You
He's
sure?
right. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, gladly help you.
No, it's fine. So I take out.
I insist.
No, I insist. This is my fault. And I take out the 300 from my own money and I shove it over to Dimitrov.
At least if we have to work for it, let us help
Very
you.
honorable, Zil.
You're not the only one who's gonna work for the Scorpions then.
Guys, I really appreciate the offer, but I still don't have any money.
Alright. Dimitrov takes the 300 gold pieces. Will await payment by end of month.
Okay.
Or I'll send you out with expedition. Pay price. I might have a fun one for you to go to. And he and his
Fun
four
for
guards.
you or fun for us?
Both.
Both.
Huh.
Can I roll insight to see if he thinks it could be deadly for us?
Sure. Roll
Oh
inside.
shit.
10.
Oof.
Sounds like fun.
Uh-oh.
And he and the four guards he had with him, together with the 3 prisoners,
What could
are
possibly go
being
wrong?
escorted out of the room, out of the guild house. You're left alone with Baldur and Theodore Malkind. And the corpse on the table. No, wait, they took the corpse with them as well.
Right.
Lame.
So, you're welcome.
For what?
Not starting a feud, blood feud.
Third floor.
Which was very close. You're lucky we managed to intercept everything and turn it diplomatic. If that gnomish woman would have managed to reach Dimitrov first, you could have reached the burning city. Lucky you were fast.
That's very true.
We're always fast.
Sometimes
go
a bit
fast.
too fast. We do
Yeah.
before we think.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
Let it
talking
be a
about
lesson for you then.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it sure will be.
This is a lesson well learned.
Now, now that the scorpion is out of the room, some more freedom to talk. What else did you find?
This fancy ring. Supposed to be a ring of evasion.
Sure. Anything else?
I mean,
Yes.
the cathedral in there was just weird.
Yeah.
It was
How?
death grind.
There was stained glass windows of people in the colors of gem dragons, and behind them was like magical lights to make them shine.
Theodore chimes in as well, like, hey, the symbol that you showed,
Yes.
I recognized it.
Hold on.
You
What does it
say it was in the Cathedral of Ahanas.
In the side room, it was. There was
No,
a.
it was in the side room to the Cathedral of Ahanas, yes.
Yeah, there was.
It was also in one of. It was on the door. It was also one of the 6
Oh,
stained
one
glass.
of the 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was one of.
it was in the Cathedral of Ahanas, yes.
I am uncertain why it would be there.
I don't know. There was this weird chamber.
What
But
does
it's-
it mean?
It's a symbol of the winter solstice.
That is?
Oh, so
the
all the
night-
moons align.
When all the moons align on the new year.
Hmm.
Winter solstice Basically, the middle of winter, the new year.
Right.
I am uncertain why it would show up there or what other meaning it might have.
We'll have to do research in the library again,
Out,
probably.
outside of game question, the diary that we found, Ahanu's diary, the
Yeah.
drawings were separate from that, right?
Yeah, the
diary-
drawings were
Paintings.
separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
The paintings were separate from the diary. Yes.
Can we show him the diary and then the last page, that prophecy bit?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I pull out the diary and show it to the owl.
Theodore like quickly scans through it.
This we found in the hidden room.
This is
Yeah, I think we found
It's
this
serious.
Yeah,
total lair
We
of
think
Hannes
it's
where he used to
Ahanus's
live.
diary. Yeah, it's Ahanus's diary. I think she knew she was gonna get killed by the humans. She has a prophecy at the last page. I don't know what to think.
But
we
Hannes
found-
had prophetic dreams was not
Yeah.
a secret.
We found this in
He
a
called
secret
her the
room.
dreamer for a reason.
Yeah, apparently there's something big is gonna happen. I don't know if it's soon or very far in the future, but she apparently knew something.
Scanning over the pages, he said, I do not know what the sins of the father are. I might be able to figure out whatever these unfated are that she speaks of.
I think it has something to do. Well, it's entirely the prophecy. I think it has something to do with gem dragons, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's markings and hints of it everywhere in the lair.
As he like scans through the diary as well, he goes like, there is some mentions like
Yeah.
of dreams. Not just of a rain over the Red Sea, but also it seems to be some kind of dream diary.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to part with this so I can read it thoroughly?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
If we
Sure.
can get it back, because I think it's
Eventually,
pretty
yeah.
valuable.
Yeah, there was also with the symbol, it was on a door, and behind it was this room where there was a porcelain doll, and it says, "The maiden shall greet me with open arms and a smile on her porcelain face." There was a shrine to this maiden, adjacent, like
Every
built
time we
into the cathedral.
And every time we try to touch it, it
Hurt us.
yeah, it would like force explosion back on us. It splintered my staff, and yeah.
Well, it is the original name of the tower. Tower of the Maiden. I don't know who the maiden is, though.
I might have an idea.
Oh right.
You. So curious.
She's
Please tell me.
well, I had some experience dying, basically. And I think she is at least an aspect of death or the afterlife. I'm not quite sure.
But do you? I think I know. Do
She-
you believe in anything? In a god, Cork?
I mean, I was taught the elven gods, but I'm not even sure if I believe in that anymore.
So you're an unfated. You
Oh,
have no
no.
faith.
No, sweetie, the spelling is different.
Oh.
It's F-A-T-E-D.
I thought that
As
might have been
in-
a connection.
As in fate, not faith.
Hmm.
Did I get the confusion?
Well, I thought that might have been that if you have no faith, you also have no fate. There's no God to go to when you die. And the maiden might be taking in all the people who have no faith. At least that's an idea that
It seems
through my
like
head.
a thread to follow in my research, perhaps?
Anyway, there was an
I'll
aspect. Oh, sorry.
let you know if I find anything interest.
Yeah. But
She
what
called
what
you unfated, Caucasus Elfen.
She quickly out of game. I think she did, right?
She did, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, she did.
Curious. I shall retreat to the tower.
yeah.
Commence research at once.
Oh, this is the owl speaking. I
Yeah.
I thought it was Boulder. I
No.
wanna see
No,
his
the very slow
Yeah.
talking guy.
Sorry. I wanna see if he
He's also fucking boring.
basically- yeah, basically want to do an insight on him to see
Sure.
if I can see
Sure.
what he's thinking. Ha, never mind. A 6.
He's very stoic, not letting anything loose of like, what's up?
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we'll know when you know.
Yeah, let us
I
know if you
shall
find anything.
keep you posted. Certainly.
Yes. Have you? Okay, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but it's been 10 days. Have you found anything out in the library? We also have experienced some stuff right after we left your place that we should talk about. And I
Dragonborn named Held has spoken with me, told of what happened. As far as I was able to find out, they are not conducting the experiments within the Tower of the Maiden.
so they
They're
must be doing
conducting
this
them
somewhere else.
elsewhere.
Interesting.
I've also seen Scholar Vestra talk with at least 2 other individuals of like-minded intent.
Okay.
I have told Archibald to keep an eye on them, see where they might be, have secret meetings within the tower. So far, he has been unable to find out anything of particular interest.
All right. No, though.
Thank you very much for keeping this up for us.
Yeah.
Not a
What-
problem, dear. Now, if you excuse me, day is still.
Let me see.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recording. When's the latest one? 5:35. 4. Wait, what? Huh? Where? Oh, there.
At least we're live again.
Yeah. Let me see how long it's been. Hi. Technical difficulty. Stream went down.
Oh, no,
Properties. uh.
Technical difficulties trademarked by
Yeah.
ForcedGamersDnD.
How long was it? Yeah, access 1 minute ago. I know that, but how long is the recording details?
Maybe put it on
3
Quake.
hour and 12 minutes. It should be 3 minutes.
Ah,
So what just happened was that we asked our owl friend about what happens in the tower with the people with the red cloaks, and he told us that he's keeping an eye on it, but they're most likely not doing the experiments
They're not-
in the tower.
Yeah, they're not doing the thing in the tower, and there's at least Skull of Vesra plus 2 others being shady.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
Then Theodore and Malkind left, and Eldor looked at you intently and goes,
oh wait.
"Right,
Yeah.
you've caused quite a ruckus."
Yeah, we're
We
very
did.
sorry, but it was out of our control.
Well, the
aware.
beginning wasn't, but
Well,
Yeah.
it kind of
There
was.
seems to be some loose ends that should be met first, it seems from our conversations. Whatever is up with these red cloaks of yours, and still kind of need to pay back some money. I think that in the near future, I'm gonna have to send you out for a bit
Hmm.
to lay low, because we're catching quite some heat. I think I have the perfect opportunity for you.
Oh.
You came from the archipelago, right?
Yes.
You've told
Yeah.
me.
Oh boy.
I want to send you back.
Oh boy.
You know we're still wanted there, right?
Not to Port in Paris.
Okay.
I want to send you to Deos.
that's where the
I wanted
mine
to-
is.
That is where the mine is.
Isn't that also where the volcano is?
Yes.
That is.
Do you want
It's
us to
about time.
We,
Yes, old
I
man.
have been gathering, communicating the crew near Bastion,
Hmm.
the island north of Deos. We've been gathering resources, and they need some strong hands. I'm not saying that within 2 weeks you have to be there. I might even have some means to get you there quicker. Know this. that we're putting together a plan to assault the diamond mines
Hell
and do
yes.
some actual work.
We'll gladly
I'm
help.
in.
Yes,
But
please.
first, you need to pay a debt. I'm
Yes.
gonna fix that first.
I would love to pay
Oh,
it
we're gonna
now,
make
but
700
yeah,
gold pieces.
he wants to pay it on her own, so.
Well, it seems like Dimitrov had an idea for you. Maybe wait a couple of days before approaching him and settle on whatever he has cooked up. But I think you're gonna go dungeon delving because that's kind of his shtick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think a human life is worth 1,000 gold pieces, but that's just me.
I mean, someone has to have, calculated that, right? How much a human life is worth.
I am
Yeah, I did.
uncertain, but seeing how agitated he was about the
Yeah.
whole situation, I wasn't gonna deal with that. I'm very glad that you came into town when you did, and we managed to put a cork in this. But you. Because if you would have been 1 day later,
Yeah, all hell would have
You've
broken
been
loose.
you would walk into a burning city, I am certain of.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to basically need 700 gold pieces before we can go to the mines, right?
Basically.
Yes.
Basically, yes.
Basically, that means you have 12 more days.
Right.
That's fine.
I
So
think we should take the job, go dungeon delving. And
Yeah,
talk
at
about
least like rest for a day or two, and then maybe go
Yeah,
to
I
it. Yeah.
that seems smart to lay low for a little bit.
yeah. And I need to do some shopping. So
need
Right.
some more bad poop.
You are dismissed.
Yes.
At home,
Ah,
get some rest. Try not to get into trouble for at least a day.
we honestly can't promise anything, but we'll try. Right, guys?
You know, I'm gonna promise this. I'll be sure for them to not cause any trouble. Cork, you stay at home, in the cave, don't move.
yeah.
If I
I'll-
see your faces within the next 24 hours, I'm gonna flip.
What are you gonna flip?
We might
I'm gonna do a backflip. Now get out of my chambers.
we might need to do some grocery shopping first for some food.
Right. Cork kinda
Who needs
snaps
food
finger-
anyway?
I'm off on my own. I'm gonna pick up some stuff, and I need to grab my cloak and a lot of stuff to do.
Right, yeah. I have some.
You can easily go to the tower, retrieve your cloak.
Yeah,
For a couple of gold pieces, you can get new groceries for the stuff that you've brought with you on the journey. When you get to the Desert Rose,
Oh no.
or home,
Mm-hmm.
standing outside the door, dressed in a white gown, robes that kind of resembles in stitching and form the scholars of the Obsidian Tower, or the Tower of the Maiden, whichever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There is, with bright red skin, very tiny, still growing horns coming from her forehead, a young tiefling girl standing at the door, and as you approach, she simply hands a scrap of paper to Cork.
Thank you. I give her a silver piece, actually.
All right. He holds the silver piece and just stares at you intently.
I think you're supposed to read it, Cork.
Oh, Cork opens the letter.
Or you're
It's-
supposed to give her more.
You open the letter, and it's there are two things on it. One is a symbol of the seven-pointed mace, the religious symbol of the Titan of Cinders,
Oh, right,
and
yeah.
two words: "Follow me."
All right.
I look. Can we come as well? I look at the girl.
Don't really think this is a group thing. I'll behave, I promise.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you went into the audience with the.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you guys in game, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And I
Wait.
also don't.
All
tell
of you are just fucking confused why this tiefling girl is handing a letter to Cork.
Yeah.
What? Cork? What?
Right.
What?
I'll be right back. Cork kind of
What?
says like like walking away, facing towards you before like turning and then running after the girl.
Okay.
Is that his new lover?
Well, I still need to do some shopping, so I'll be back. I have a list.
Do you
So,
need some help?
I mean, you could come if you want, but I don't need help, I think.
I guess I'll come just to be safe.
Alright.
Cork, you follow the tiefling girl as she leads you through the city center towards the Obsidian Tower.
Right.
You enter, and you're kind of expecting to like her leading you to one of the platforms to go up into the tower, but instead she leads you to the center of the wide open space that is the tower entrance. She looks up at you and like motions you to do like a few steps back. And you see like a couple of like the scribe figures just staring at you, staring at the girl, just halting in their work, kind of expectantly, like something is happening that doesn't happen a lot.
Mm.
She makes a few hand motions, and you see from the center of the chamber a glyph that lights up. There, like blue glowing tendrils across the floor, a circle forms, and the floor sinks into the ground, creating a staircase down. And she turns around and she hands you another scrap of paper.
I take it and I read it.
It says, go all the way down, no sidetracking.
Alright, I'll give her a nod and put the paper in my little overcoat and I start walking down, I guess.
Start walking down the stairs, and as you've reached like the 10th, 12th step, above you the floor reforms again, and you're momentarily in darkness. As to the far side, the walls, which are like 60, 70 feet away from you, blue torchlight starts flickering into life. And a gigantic cylindrical chamber is revealed to you as the torchlight goes down, lighting torches all the way down. You are in what seems to be a reversed representation of the tower. You see floating around platforms, some with bookcases on, like floating sideways or upside down. You see larger floating around platforms that hold what seems to be small rooms. Some are simply empty. Some only hold a door frame with no door in it. As you're slowly descending, you feel the steps underneath your feet sink in for a moment and then bounce you back up. As you look down, you can look all the way down, and it's kind of causing some kind of nausea within you as you're looking down 300-400 feet.
Ooh. I
There's
just get
no-
vertigo, but just the script.
There's no railing or anything to hold on to, and every step seems to be floating just in midair. As you step on them, you bob down for a moment, bob back up.
Freaky. Yeah, Cork makes sure to like really picture this place in his mind as he descends down into the pits, basically.
Right. It's kind of like, it's not a true cylinder. It's kind of like concaving a little bit. Just like the tower rises and becomes smaller at the top, it does so in reverse. At some points during your descent, you notice like platforms that float towards you, but as you keep walking, they float away again. Is there any point during your descent you wish to stop
Damn it.
and sidetrack? Or do you keep
It's
going?
really, really tempting. So much forbidden lore, but you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do something really stupid.
And we're not there to pull
No.
along.
Yeah, this is all on you.
Now, Cork steps down deliberately.
Alright.
For once in his life, basically.
Alright. Even though tempted,
Very tempted.
very tempted, some empty platforms with faint shimmers on them that kind of seem alluring, like something is calling to you, but you are steadfast. You keep going. And it's quite a descent before you're down there. It takes you about 10 minutes before you're down.
Oh boy. 10 minutes of
Jeez.
stairs.
10 minutes of stairs. Like,
Yeah, that's.
at some points,
Yeah.
like, the vertigo becomes too real and you have to take a breath for a few moments. Some points you're like halfway on a platform and you're like, no, I shouldn't do this. You get to the bottom of the stairs, and in front of you, there seems to be built a white marble with black veins, 20 by 20 by 20 cube, with a singular red door built into it. No windows, with a symbol carved in black, 7-pointed mace.
Hmm.
No doorknob whatsoever.
Quark kind of runs his hand down the material as he like steps towards the door. If he doesn't see any door knob or anything, he just gets he just knocks on the door.
Right. The moment you knock on the door, it swings open, slowly but deliberately. And as you look inside, the chamber inside is way bigger than what you expected from the outside.
Doctor Who.
Looks bigger on the inside.
You step inside and you're in some kind of meeting chamber. Instead of square, it is round.
Huh.
It's about 100 feet in diameter. Along the walls, you see bookcases, all empty. Hanging from the ceiling, you see banners, all red with black, the 7-pointed mace on them. At center in the chamber, you see a 9-sided table, chairs, and it's not really like a solid table. It's like big enough that there is a walking space in the middle where a speaker could stand. All the way in the back of the chamber, you see standing in front of a tapestry depicting what looks to be a giant, colossal figure, black armored, spikes across his chest and shoulders, a helmet on his head with 2 pinpointed, glowing red eyes, a cleaver the size of an elephant resting on him beside him. Standing in front of it, you see a tiefling figure. Pale of skin, goat-like horns, like circling at the side of their head. You're not really sure if it's a man or a woman. She is a very androgynous figure, and they turn around, and as they do, the tapestry behind them seems to shift for even the shortest of moments, as if a wind blew from behind it. And they address you. Hawkers and Elven friend, you requested an audience with me. You are quite daring to do so. I've heard of some of your exploits within this city,
Oh no.
of your daring. and I am curious to know what you wish to talk about. The King of the Red Sea. Please, take a seat.
Cork simply nods and he, kind of intimidated, takes a seat at the table.
The tiefling figure walks up and says, "You know who I am. I shall still tell you. I am High Exarch Sildin, High Priestess of the Titan of Cinder, High Scholar within the Tower of the Maiden. And you? Well, to me, you are very, very interesting, unfated. That is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
I will never know.
Alright.
Oh, we're finally finding out what Cork's gonna do.
Wait a second.
Alright!
Oh, man, what a
I
cliffhanger.
thought the High Exarch was a fire giant.
Nee.
Exact, no. The leader of the city.
The king of the city is a fire giant, not the High Exarch. Kova, the fire giant that you saw in the marble palace in front of the obsidian tower, he witnessed the execution. That's Kova. He's a fire giant. He's king of the city. High Exarch Toldin is a high religious figure within the obsidian tower, like the highest.
That's one with the white.
That's the white tiefling.
Right.
Well, red tiefling, white robe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that is where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you all for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. I had a blast. If you're on YouTube, make sure to do all the YouTube stuff. Comment, subscribe, follow all the socials to check out when we're playing D&D on Thursdays nights as well. When we're playing, just to keep up with all the socials and announcements and stuff.
Yep.
So thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. And we're
Yeah.
gonna
Bye.
we're gonna raid Going Crit RPG. So join us there, and we'll see you next time.
Next time, bye.
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 And
Bye, children.
raids is going through.
Yes.
Ik hoor een KitKat reclame.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Wat een sessie.
Yeah.
Die 100 rolls waren bepalend hoeveel lichamen ze mee had kunnen nemen naar de.
Oeh.
You rolled well. You rolled well.
Ah.
Je had er geluk mee, of ongeluk mee.